even just what I was telling you before, when I went to help the neighbour, she had a leak under the sink. You know, this is the funny thing though. My wife, who never leaves the house often really, unless it's for work, she ducked out and I went to the toilet. And whilst I was in the toilet, the doorbell rang. I thought she had left her keys. That's how quick. I come with my zip undone. It was the neighbour. Wow. She's like, I just see your wife has gone. I just needed help with.
Sounds like a porno.
Else.
Oh no, she said I saw your wife has gone.
She said I just seen your wife leave. I needed help.
This sounds like a porno.
Listen, I told because later remember. And what is it I'm going to help her with? The pipes. Anyways, I couldn't do it there and then. So
wow.
2 nights later, she said, I said, tomorrow I can help you. I finish working early. Come in the evening, because she said she'll be home 6, 7. I said, all right, and come, my wife will be home.
6, 7.
She didn't come the next day. Then the day after, again, my wife left to go to her mum's. She came about 20 minutes after the wife left. I even had to call the wife. I'd be like, boy, she actually looked at the door or a message. I said, boy, she come again. She's like, she come again? I was like, yeah, I'm going to go and help her clean her pipes tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to help her clean the pipes.
I know if you beg it, eloquently saying nothing, yeah. ESN, eloquently saying nothing, yeah. I know if you beg it, eloquently saying nothing, yeah. ESN, eloquently saying nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects. Welcome to the ESN
podcast. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. This is 23/27 on
13th of December 2025.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And this is episode number
542
in your blood clot. Thank you very much. Hashtag ESN Pod. Start joining the conversation at ESN Podcast on all the socials. esnpodcast@gmail.com to send in the thing. Rate and review us on your various apps, Spotify and Apple Podcasts in particular.
Tell them.
Thank you and welcome joining us. Let's get these intros out of the way so we can do our thing.
I've
been ridiculing
everyone on the roster.
Every blood.
I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize.
What?
To absolutely nobody.
Get down.
The double champ does what the he
wants.
Paid the cost to be the boss.
Yes. Stavros Boss. Catch me at Stavros Boss on most the social medias. To my right.
Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, Empress Mending Mama.
Gaza forever.
Gaza, we say forever. Alliance of the Foundation. I say boom, I say bam, I say boom, bam, bam.
We don't have in the room with us tonight.
Wait for the wolf, who should be coming directly.
You sending the wolf?
You feel better, motherfucker?
Shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
How much the wolf?
But we do have
Biggie Wahala.
A big Wahala is that big Wahala on 2 hours, good people.
Oh, this one should never be that.
Are you alright? You're looking contagious over
there. Man.
I was fine. I have been fine all day. And I mean, as soon as I got into this place, suddenly my nose just started running.
It's probably these sprays, man. I got the one in the toilet got me in the grill.
Yeah, spray you.
I'm still my food tastes of it.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of is it Alien when they spit the acid?
Yeah.
No, it's like
the
Predator. It's Alien, isn't it? Yeah. They open their mouth and it's spit acid in your face. That's how it is, man.
It's Alien.
Yeah, or
is it V?
Jurassic Park.
Is it V?
Which one is V?
No, Jurassic Park. Yeah, Jurassic Park definitely does it.
Yeah, there's one
with the spits in your face.
And Gen V, there's one in Gen V that I think did it as well.
Now, when I say V, I mean actual V, as in V, the program V with the lizards. But
that's from the 80s.
Did they spit something in your face?
I think
maybe, so. But definitely it's Jurassic Park I'm talking about. With those the best thing that the spit things in your face, boy. That's what this thing does.
And Badlands does it as well.
Well, okay, yeah, but that's what this thing does, boy. It spits right in your face. I'm telling her why why? Why is it so much to smell in this place? But it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right. We also like to send a shout out. It's going to be a year around this week that this is dropping, in it, for our fallen soldier, our brother.
Yeah, man. It's 2 fallen soldiers. 17th, I think. MG 18th. Webs.
So this week is going to mark a year for the loss of our brother in podcasts and in life.
Spider sense tingling.
Always tingling. Always spideying.
Mm-hmm.
Mad thing is now.
Who's the actor?
17th is my grandma's wake, and 18th is the burial.
Wow!
So I've got another memorial
on that date.
On that date,
everyone's going through this, man.
It's crazy.
Like in the UK, people our age just seems to be
we're at that age.
Yeah.
What you know what do they call us now? Are we middle aged now?
Yeah.
Is this where we should be having the crisis?
Yeah, we're 40, innit?
Midlife crisis.
Yeah. It's supposed to happen at 40.
What happens during a midlife? What is a midlife crisis? What do you do during a midlife crisis?
I think my understanding of it is that you're supposed to have looked back at your life and not actually been where you want to be, and then also feel like you're in the point where you can do the things that you didn't get to do that you want to do, and so then you just start going out and doing stuff that seems.
This when they get a Porsche and
it seems
dump their wife for.
It seems.
I thought that you're trying to claim back your youth.
Yeah, to some degree there's that, but it is a lot to do with you not feeling like you are. I'm
gonna ask. Okay, because it's a midlife.
Because I when I got to 40, I was like, okay, so what's supposed to happen with this midlife crisis now? And it didn't really happen.
Oh, you were there.
So
I've even thought of it till this one. Just mentioned it now. About personally for my life.
Yeah. A midlife crisis is a period of emotional turmoil, often between the ages of 40 and 60, where individuals reassess their life, identity, and accomplishments. It's triggered by a confrontation with one's morality and can lead to feelings of regret, anxiety, or desire for drastic change. Though it's not recognized as a psychological disorder, not everyone experiences it. Symptoms can include strong desire for youthfulness and a change in lifestyle or career shifts.
And so I feel like that is kind of directly linked to not accepting or a lack of acceptance of certain things.
Okay, older, ain't it?
Bitch-assness.
Yeah,
you know what? Today, I mean, a few weeks ago, I put it on FB. I don't know. The fact that you put it on FB shows you the midlife crisis in the first place.
Go on.
But anyway, something happened to me, and I was just like, "Rah, boy." And I only thought back. The reason I mentioned midlife crisis, these are the triggers that make men have midlife crisis, or anyone have midlife crisis. Yeah,
but not supermen like you.
No, because I think I'm narcissistic, so it doesn't happen to me the same way.
It doesn't impact you in that way.
Because I still think I'm always that guy, regardless of whatever happens to me. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I am washed. I am definitely washed. Yeah. So when people say that a person is washed, this is what I know. So the other day, a couple of weeks ago, I was going to the dump, which is something I do quite often,
quite regularly,
to get rid of my boxes of whatever things I'm buying, and maybe that's the buying stuff is the midlife crisis thing.
Yeah.
But either way, anyway, so I was going to the dump to get rid of a few things, and I was behind another car, right? And I think the car in front of me had black people in there as well, yeah. And the car behind me also had black people. So I'm assuming that those two cars were together, and I ended up being in between them.
Yeah.
Anyway, either way, yeah, right. I get to the dump. The man shows that when you go to the dump, you have to show your registration, not your registration of the car, but your address to say that you are part of this area.
Yeah.
So you can use this dump. Yeah. Obviously, I always have my license with me to show them. Blah blah blah. I got to the dump now, and I got to the front, and the guy goes, "I already told him, man. Don't worry about you. I know you. I know who you are. Let's go through and clear your stuff." And I said to myself, is this is this who I am now?
Yeah.
Because it reminded us back in the day when we used to go raving, yeah? And the bouncers would just let you through. And I said, is this my new bouncer thing? Is this my new thing now? Is this my new thing that I'll get through to the man?
How does that mean you're washed though?
Because that's what, who knows who I am? If I went to a nightclub right now, do you think I'll be able to go through the club like that?
Yeah, but you don't go. So should you be going club? You want to be the uncle?
That's why I'm washed.
No.
If you ask me right now.
So the uncles in the clubs, they're the big man on campus, yeah?
If you ask me right now, at my age, 43, because 43 you can still rave, yeah? What is a good rave? Even at my age, I will not be able to tell you. I could tell you how to get to that dump though.
You've got it all wrong.
No, I wash. I even to the point where I even have a particular tracksuits that I wear to the dump. Like I have a uniform for the dump.
Yeah. I told my daughter off the other day because she wants to hug me like 15 times a day. And when I'm wearing my Slashender?
Slashender, yeah.
When I'm wearing my Slashender grey tracksuit,
yeah,
that is what
you're doing work.
I'm doing work, yeah. That's why I bought the £15 tracksuit for, so I can
do work, have
at least a little tiny bit of swag, and get it there and be happy. And she keep trying to hug me when I'm wearing it. I'm like, you should know.
That's my dump clothes.
Yeah, this is my getting on the floor, doing all sorts of nice. It's like I never noticed. I'm like, no, that's poor.
I am washed, bruv. I am blatantly washed, and that is something that just triggered it. I was like, the dump man knows who I am.
Can I tell you how you've got this the wrong way around?
Go on.
You just said you can still be raving at 43, and maybe to that end, or to prove some sort of point, you should at least know to be able to point to somebody. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody comes from out of town. Where can I go to party? Yeah, this place. Yeah, that's fine. I don't disagree with the fact that at 43 you can still go to mature. You shouldn't be going to a certain other place, but yeah, you can still go to mature raves.
Yeah, go on.
But the reason you don't is because you've lived such a full life. You've done it so hard that you don't need to do that at 43. Because if you're still doing that at 43, I guess there are a couple of reasons. You could just be the playboy on campus. You could just be that guy that is just you're not sad, because there are people in their 40s where they're just, let's call them the playboys. I'm talking about boys or men. There's still just the playboys just enjoying life to that extent, but often they don't have the family life at home to deal with that stuff. Then you got the sad ones where it's just like you shouldn't be the hair anymore. They have the belly like me and the breast like me, but they have enough money that they're dangling something in front of women to try to purchase them. Basically, it's like you shouldn't be in there, and you don't fall in either one of those categories.
I'm washed, bruv. Right? Even when I was talking because Griff came to come and add his 10 pence into the figure, it was like, yeah, I agree, blah 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 blah. I had to tell Griff. You can't say that you're in the same predicament as me because you go touring, you go do all of this stuff for your job, like allows you to be outside of the streets. Yeah, I don't even have that to allow me to be outside of the streets. And then not even that. Yeah, I had to say, look, even your wife might even say, you know what, I need to keep myself on my toes because Griff might find like a groupie or somebody out there that might fancy. But what baddie's going to the dump? Like, it's not happening. It's not happening, bro. I am washed.
You have
my wife don't even have to worry about whether or not I'm outside. Popular podcast.
Hold on. So what you're saying is that your wife don't have to worry about.
If she's worried, that's her own business. Because who am I going to see anywhere? I don't go out. This is how bad it's become.
I remind my wife, even with my pregnant self, I could still get
and didn't say I can't. Well, but I am washed. Where would I find them? Apart from maybe the gym. Apart from that, I'm not finding them anywhere. I will find them at the dump.
I'll go outside, but
I will find them at the dump. That's what I'm looking for. The old grannies that's throwing away the whatever. What's that thing the thing that used to have in the houses before?
Well, hosieries.
No, the thing that used to have like cupboards and stuff like that. I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, yeah, man, I'm finished. I'm done. I just said to myself, wow, this is. The minute he said, yeah, this come true, man. I know who you are. I was like, wow. I know the reason why he knows who I am, though. It's not even like I don't know the reason.
Because
it's my car. Because that's why he knows who I am. But the way he just like, yeah, I know you, bro. Come true.
You can't assume it's that. If you go so often, if you see him all the time.
No, it's my car.
Okay, so how did you conclude that just like that?
Because a lot of, especially black people of a certain age, because it's quite a bit older, whatever, whenever they see me and they see my car, they give me that smile, that type of smile, like, yes, you have a nice car. And so I know part of it is my car. Part of it is my car. But I'm washed, man. I'm finished. I'm done. Like it's official now. And even like this weekend, like Do you know what? Giving me. Even my wife's been looking at me like she's just like, what kind of human being am I married now? Do you know what's giving me the most pleasure? Right, so for my birthday, I got one of those barbecue egg things. Yeah,
barbecue.
Do you know
egg?
what eggs? What I'm talking about? It's
No.
called. It's called a Komodo barbecue.
Okay.
So it's a Japanese.
Oh yes, I remember you mentioning it.
It's a Japanese type of barbecue where but it's shaped as an egg.
Yeah.
Back in the day in Japan when they had it like hundreds of years ago, it was like a circle. It wasn't necessarily an egg, and then they've now put it into a egg. So it's a ceramic barbecue basically. Yeah? And I've just been cooking best off of it. Like today, I made a roast lamb. It took me 6 hours to make the roast lamb. The way I was going in and out of the house to check on it, make sure the temperature's right. This, that, and the smile I had on my face. Is this what's giving you pleasure in life? I'm like, yes. That's the type of thing that I'm enjoying these days.
At least you found your thing that you're enjoying.
But this is enjoyment of a washed human being. That's what I'm saying. This is not something.
Yeah. I mean, the only way you can call it wash is if you're trying to compare yourself to somebody else.
I am washed, bro.
And who you're comparing yourself to is the question I'm asking.
I am washed. I'm an old man. Even me and my cousin, the other day, I was helping him clear out some of the stuff. Again, it goes back to the dump. I was like, have you been to the dump? He goes, I go to the dump almost every week. And I said, is this what... And I said to him as well. We both looked at each other and go, this is what we are these days. He just started laughing. He goes, we're old, bruv.
I don't see that as washed.
We're washed, bruv. There's nothing popping about us.
Washed is when you're sitting at home twiddling your thumbs.
I am sitting at home twiddling my thumbs. I don't do anything. No, every minute you're asking me why do I watch all these programs? Because I don't go out. I don't go outside unless I have to.
Well, you're doing something.
That's still...
But yeah, because I think I have this thing where it's like I don't respect just doing nothing. And I'm not a fan of work. So there are some people where it's like, if you don't work, you're not living. And I'm not one of those people at all. I think, like I've said in the past, and I don't mean it literally, but it's like work is just for suckers, isn't it? It's like you're just working just to make money. That's it. It shouldn't be there unless you enjoy your job. And then God bless you, you're happy. But if you're there, don't really enjoy the job, you shouldn't be like living for it. Somebody was saying that to me the other day. They're like, you got to enjoy it. I said, no, you don't. You just need to get paid, man. And there's people that have different avenues about how they feel about working it. I am proper about I just need to be paid. But for some people, paid and not disrespected. That's all I have. It. Don't try and take the mickey out of me and just pay me. That's it. That's all I need. I don't everything else. All these extras that you people need, or I need this, or I need this. I don't need all that. Pay me on time. Pay me what we've agreed to be paid. I don't disrespect me, and I'm all right.
I think a lot of that is to do with the fact that people have come around to the idea that if you enjoy it, then it's not work. And then somehow it makes it easier to do.
No, it just makes them be able to.
Have you ever done a job you really enjoy? Really enjoy?
Probably not.
Because I have, and I'm not going to say it wasn't work, but it's one of them strange ones where it's like if I lived close enough, which I did at the time actually, and it was a day off, and everybody was in,
you'd pop in.
No, I would, but if I was there, I could happily pop in and be there for hours. Because
how would you work though? You're just there to chat.
I could just be there to chat.
Then that's not working.
But if somebody asked me to do the work, but I'm saying that I wouldn't do that where I work now, kind of thing. Forget whether I'm working or not. There's no reason for me to be there if I'm not working. Whereas there, work was enjoyable. The job itself wasn't like an issue. I guess the community, being around the people. The thing, if you told me to, can you do a bit of the work? It wouldn't have been an issue because work wasn't even hard for me at the time in the so it was all good. So maybe I didn't enjoy the actual working, but I learned a lot.
You enjoyed the social aspect of the job.
Well, I learned a lot in that job, and the older I'm getting, I've always known that, not always. When I was a young adult, I realized I like learning. I don't necessarily like school or college, but I do like learning. So I'll do it off my own back. And I learned a lot in that job. And even just what I was telling you before, when I went to help the neighbour, she had a leak under the sink. And, this is the funny thing though. My wife, who never leaves the house often really, unless it's for work, she ducked out and I went to the toilet. And whilst I was in the toilet, the doorbell rang. I thought she had left her keys. That's how quick. I come with my zip undone. It was the neighbour. She's like, I just see your wife has gone. I just needed help with.
Sounds like a porno.
Oh no, she said I saw your wife has gone.
She said I just seen your wife leave. I needed help.
This sounds like a porno.
Listen, I told because later remember, and what is it I'm going to help her with? The pipes.
I'm gonna bring my.
So I'm like,
pliers.
The kids are here. She's looking sad. I was like, all right, you know what? I put my son to bed already. My daughter was showering. I went up and told her, listen, I'm just going across the road. I'll be back in a minute. Just clean yourself, get into bed. You know, I'll be back.
So you left the children at home alone?
Yeah, I'm across the road.
Huh?
I'm across the road.
So was the McCanns.
Din din.
I'm across the road. I can see my house. It's not like I've gone somewhere. When I mean across the road, I mean across the road. I don't mean that, like whatever. But anyways, I was gone for 5 minutes.
Okay.
More than 5 minutes. I was gone for about 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Anyways, I couldn't do it there and then. So
wow.
2 nights later, she said, I said, tomorrow I can help you. I finish working early. Come in the evening because she said she'll be home 6, 7. I said, right, and come. My wife will be home
6, 7.
She didn't come the next day. Come 8 o'clock, I was getting ready to go to bed, and she hadn't knocked. I said, I forgot, man. But she ain't knocked. When she knocks, I'll do it. She didn't knock. All right, cool. I'll do it. Then the day after, again, my wife left to go to her mum's. She came about 20 minutes after the wife left. I even had to call the wife. I'd be like, boy, she actually looked at the door or a message because she was she went to a concert actually. That's it, with my sister. I said, boy, she come again. She's like, she come again. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go and help her clean her pipes tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to help her clean her pipes. Anyways, what was the point I was making?
That you went to go and do the leaky sink.
But there was a reason I was saying it.
I don't know.
That's it. Because it was quite the issue that it wasn't as straightforward. It was straightforward actually, but for me, that doesn't know anything about plumbing. It wasn't straightforward, and I went to the plumbing shop, and I had a picture and the thing, a part of the thing, and we got into big conversation because there were Sikhs that owned the shop. I understand what you're saying about this. Is me just talking with everyone because there were 2 Sikhs that ran the shop, and there was a Muslim brother, and when I walked in, it was a friendly, heated debate about who ran the British out of India and Pakistan.
Yeah.
And the Sikh and the Muslim was like, we did it. And the Sikh like, no, we did it. You know, we lost. And these mans were just spitting out stats. And I'm like, I'm in such a rush because I have to go and go home and get my kids.
What I know, the Sikhs did it.
Yeah, that's from what I know as well.
That's what they were telling me. And then when he left, he's like, he doesn't know. He doesn't. He's like, even when, because he's Bengali, and he's like, even when the Pakistanis were beefing with the Bengalis, we were the ones that went and defended them and all this stuff. But it's like, but when the British come, we were the ones, you know, he was giving me a
Who
figure
was Bengali? The guy that was saying
the Muslim, yeah.
Okay, but I was thinking, I don't know any Sikh Bengalis. But
No. So anyway, I was fully enjoying that conversation. I tried to get involved. Fortunately for me, they were speaking like 80% English, and then they would whatever language they jumped into, but it's only 20%, so I could keep up. If it wasn't for the fact that I had to go and get my kid, I would have happily stood there because they were happy to invite me into the conversation. Just like, if you're interested, come in. But then basically, once I showed them the picture and that thingy, it took a good 10 minutes, but eventually, like, you know what? Simple thing, you just needed maybe it's just a washer you need, blah, blah, blah. Took it, fit it in, then it's blah, blah, blah. But I just learned something new. It's like now, if my thing goes, if I have that same issue, I know.
Yeah.
It's the Salah thing. It's just figuring things out. I'll get a full enjoyment. So when I'm saying that I'm fixing this or I'm doing that, it's not even the doing it. I know some people, they'll stand back and they'll be like, I did this. Yeah. Like I did it. Yeah. For me, it's like I learned something new. So it's like I can do it. Forget the fact that I did it. It's like, I can do it. And now I know how to do it. And then hopefully in the future I can pass that on as well.
Yeah.
So that's what's a big thing for me. 2 things I just want to mention based on what Wala was saying earlier on. One is in our ongoing thing, we're talking to Griff over podcast. Shout out Darren Griffiths. Check out Darren Griffiths' podcast, Brained Up, a friend of the pod. He was talking on his last one about the secretary of, it's usually forgot now. But basically, you think that the Secretary of War or the War Secretary or whatever it's called, yes, they changed it a few months ago to it was the Secretary of Defense, and they changed it to the War Secretary, I believe.
They changed the title to the War Secretary for this country?
No, America.
In America?
Yeah, so he was talking about him because of, I wanted to mention this the other day about when they're bombing people in Venezuela. I didn't actually get to it.
Yeah.
But yes, so he said, that can't be right. Yes, it's right. That's what they did. And then 2, my brother talking about his car and how people look at him. I get to the point where it's like, you know what? I might want that kind of car. Maybe I'm in my midlife crisis because when my brother talks about that time at the petrol station where the mum said, if you work hard enough, you could get a car like this man, and you're saying that this man recognizes you with a car. I'm thinking, I wouldn't mind getting recognized because I'm very low key when it comes to cars. If you haven't noticed, I actually go out of my way because I could afford a better car, and I go out of my way to not have anything fancy because I don't know. It's just I don't know why. But then I've never had to look at somebody or from somebody because of the car drive.
But even that was a mad day because that was the first day. I literally just bought the car about an hour ago. And I was just at the petrol station on the way back. I would never be at that petrol station because I like a Costco petrol. And I was just there. I literally just bought the car about an hour ago. It's mad.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking it would be interesting to have somebody look at you.
It's the same like as far as I was saying, what I say with my car, or cars like mine anyway, yeah. And Rolexes, they're the same. Like I would say a Rolex because not everyone would know like an AB. Not everyone would know.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of other ones. Some people might know. They'll know a Cartier. They'll know what it is, but they might not be able to spot it and know that this is this or this.
Cartier is not necessarily expensive either, though.
Some of Rolex is not that expensive, but it's a Rolex
if you can get it.
But it's a Rolex, and I think when people see stuff like that, they just make assumptions about you, and I think the same thing happens with. And mine is not even as for me. Mine is not even one of the flashy ones. Mine is a family man's car, so people probably think I got all 4 kids, all this, that, the other, blah blah blah.
I think the reason I agree with you and I get it, but because I'm into watches and I'm not into cars, I can have a luxury watch and be like, no, forget this. This what you like. You can look at it because it's a Rolex or whatever it is, but you actually don't know anything what you're talking about. Whereas if a car, then I'm actually the person that doesn't know what I'm talking about. I was just like, okay, it's
but they're going by the badge, isn't it? That's what I'm saying.
But if I'm if I'm wearing this watch, it's like you don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know.
I don't know what you're saying. No,
neither do I. But
you just wanted to say something. That's to say you know about watches. That's how it felt. Like they just wanted to add something to your resume.
No. I said I like watches. I didn't say. Did I say no about watches? I said I like watches. I said I'm into watches.
Yeah, you're into watches. I don't know what you just said there didn't make any sense.
Well, seeing as we're on Netflix, there's a Omega Seamaster that has come out recently, and this is a watch that I saw maybe 20 years ago in Regent's Street because they got an Omega shop there, and it had an orange bracelet. A leather one or a plastic one, wherever it was, and it's something that I've never been able to get out of my head. But I didn't know what it was. I didn't know anything about watches back then. I always liked watches. I've always had loads of watches, but I didn't know anything about it. I just knew it was an Omega. And it was this orange thing, and then they've brought out the 4th version of it now. And because it looks so similar to that one, I've finally been able to find out exactly what the watch is. So it's got a further name, but it's an Omega Seamaster. Such and such and such, and it just and it's like finally. So then I've gone backwards and I see the watch that I saw 20 years ago. I'm like So now that's on my list of watches I want to get, the 20-year-old one.
All right. So you've explained that you're into watches and you're not into cars. As somebody who was formerly into cars, I know why I was into cars. Could you explain what it is about watches that does it?
No, for me, and I'm. To the opposite of what Wahala's saying, because there are lots of people where there's like they're into the actual mechanics of watch.
Yeah,
watches are once you actually learn about an automatic watch, not a quartz one, not the battery operated one. The way they're made is amazing. It's like it's so intricate. It could take you a month for a person if they're doing it by hand and stuff like that, and it's magical. Some of the things they do is like, how can you do this? And the watch will be working for like 4 days, just off the power of a couple of hours movement.
Yeah, kinetic movement.
Yeah, and it's like, how does it, like it's so the intricacies are fantastic. I don't necessarily think that means the watch needs to cost £700,000 or whatnot. But end of the day, that's it. For me, it's all just how it looks aesthetically. So I've always that's it. So I've got well over 30 watches.
So if it is that watch can power itself based off of movement, how come they haven't done this constant energy thing yet? Then what's holding them up?
They do. In was it in China or Japan? When you say constant, how constant are you talking about? Forever? Ever?
Well, with that watch, it will continue recharging itself as long as you move, innit?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's constant energy, as far as I'm concerned.
So they have. So where do you want them else to implement it?
Well, I mean, we shouldn't really have
Because that's why you have steam powered stuff. That's why you have water powered stuff. That's why you have wind powered stuff. It's a similar thing.
Similar thing, okay.
It's just that for whatever reason, it's like that industry, they don't want. Put it this way, to get these things started, the ground costs might be whatever. But once it's there, obviously you're running off just natural energy and it's so much cheaper. And then it's cleaner as well. But the powers that be
don't want it.
Yeah, because we got our oil. You can't
fossil fuels.
If you now start building all these fields of sun panels and thingy, then we're out of business.
Fair enough.
So you watch Landman?
No,
Landman's a program that's made by the same guy that makes what's that program that I said if I was a white man I'd be like him. What's his name? Man,
the one from
Yellowstone.
You can see it's by the same people just from the front of the thing.
Yeah, so he's this guy, same guy that makes Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan, who makes everything basically. Everything that's on Paramount TV is him that makes it.
Okay, big money. So he's a white man version of
Shonda Rhimes. Yes, very much so actually. Like a lot. He's like almost every big program that's out on Paramount. As I said,
never heard of him.
So he does. I'll give you a couple of shows he does. He does Tulsa King. I've heard of that. Yellowstone.
I've heard of that.
He does, as I said, Landman.
Yeah, just
he does. What's the secret agent one? This is like a. It's not a secret agent. It's like a SAS type. What's the American SAS version of the SAS in America?
Navy SEALs.
Kind of like that special forces type thing. I forgot what it's called. And it's got the Afro-Cuban girl in it. The one that played the black woman that everyone was complaining about. That she played Rosa Parks, not Rosa Parks, the other one, Harriet Tubman.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
The one that played Harriet Tubman.
The one that played Colombiana.
Was it British?
The woman that played Colombiana. What's her name again?
Carry on.
Yeah.
And I'll look so that we don't have this empty space of three middle-aged men trying to remember the name of that fan. Is she even a fan?
Yeah, of course she is.
Why? Of course. I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, maybe no. Did she?
Harriet Tubman was paid by the British one.
Yeah, but sorry. There's another one. Whatever. She played another one. I can't remember who he was, but another.
Why don't you just put the name of the program in your thing?
If I knew the name of the program, that's the whole reason I'm trying to find out the name of the program.
Oh, I thought you knew the name of the program, not the name of the woman.
No, I can't remember the name of the program. But anyway, he does that. So
okay, carry on.
Zoe Saldana.
That's the one.
All right.
What's the name of the program?
Oh, that's the one. One of my favorite scenes of the year, and I've never seen the program. Is from that program where she's arguing with her next woman, and she thumps her.
Yeah, she's a badass in that program.
There's a line she says. She's come onto a field. She's arguing with another woman, and then another boss comes in because they're beefing, fighting. Then the boss of the
Lioness Special Ops.
Yeah, Lioness, that's it. He comes in and breaks up the fight. Tells the white woman, because she's beefing with a white woman, to stand down. Then Zoe starts screaming at this one, barking at him. And then he's like, "Who are you?" And then she tells him, "Wherever I am, I'm the boss." And then so the man backs down eventually. She's like, "Where's your office?" He's like, "Why?" "Because it's my fucking office now."
Yeah.
That's what she's. Look, it's my fucking office now.
Yeah, and then she walks to the house, bro.
I love it.
Yeah, I remember that scene still. Yeah, but then he also does Mayor of Kingstown, which is the best out of all of them.
Sorry, mommy.
And you know what's so funny?
What's that?
I haven't watched any of the programs.
Mayor of Kingstown is so wicked. Like Mayor of Kingstown is so wicked. Like I don't understand. Gangster.
So this man is that dude?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Nothing he makes is rubbish so far.
All right, what point are you trying to make about him then? Now that you
said Landman.
Yeah, so Landman, because a lot of his stuff is to do with because they even say that Landman and Yellowstone could be mixed because it's all like cowboy type stuff. Yeah,
Americana.
But they talk about the oil stuff, and he was talking about the renewable energy. I just can't remember what he actually said and why he was saying that. Basically, the Bible was basically saying like, why you can't use all you chat about the renewable energy, you can't do it. And then he explains why, because you need oil for this, and the other, all of this bullshit that you like talking about renewable energy can't work. But it was. I need to remember the scenes because I can understand it. But it was giving you the reasons as to why you can't just do it.
You can.
Or it won't work then.
Remember what I said about 2010, first time as an adult going back home to Nigeria, and their internet was. I remember we all had Blackberries at the time. And BlackBerry, what was it? The service they called?
BB Chat.
BBL Drizzy. No, but there was a BlackBerry service. It wasn't the chat was part of the service. No, that was underneath the banner of whatever it was on the top. The service itself. And it was faster in Nigeria than it was here in the UK. And I was like, Then later on you come to find out, okay, we were just coming off 2G, I think. And they were on 3G because basically they had missed kind of like the 2, or we think we were on 2.5G, and they went straight from 2G to 3G. So we had reached them as they are on 3G. Now obviously we've gone to 4G and it's now 5G or whatever. But they had leapfrogged us because they had just missed the technology beforehand. And so you have now, they're dealing with certain solar things back home because they've missed some of this revolution. The revolution, it's not revolution, what is it? Whatever it is, they've missed some of the stuff that we're doing here.
Innovation.
Okay, let's stick with innovation. So they're leapfrogging us now in that regard. They've got fields of solar panels and whatever, because obviously the sun is abundant there, as we discussed earlier on in terms of which places are hot. So it can be done, it will be done, but it might not be done here.
As I said, if I could remember what you said in the scene, I would have seen it. But obviously it's a program, so it's not like it's 100% real. But it was the way the man was trying to describe it, because he likes to put stuff like in there to show,
social commentary. He likes to put it in there,
especially Yellowstone, because obviously it's a lot of it's cowboy stuff and how the cowboys.
Is it modern cowboy stuff or
modern?
Oh, okay.
And I was sad to the cowboys are basically out of business.
They're
now,
extinct,
and how they need to try and find ways to make money and stuff like that. And most of it is ended up being them selling their land, innit? Because that's the thing that's the most expensive. And in Yellowstone, obviously, in certain areas, most of the times when you've got cowboys or anyone that's got land in America, it's not actually their land, is it?
Yeah.
It's some land that they've stolen from,
of course,
from the Native Americans that's there and stuff like that. So it is, you see the different arguments between, look, it shows you the Native Americans, it shows you the cowboys, and then it shows you the new age business industries and how, they all view each other.
Try to interact.
So the cowboys and the Native Americans, they have a little respect for each other because they're kind of like the first, isn't it? But obviously the Native Americans are still upset with the cowboys because whatever you're doing, whatever this communication or whatever thing's happening to you, you still were the first ones to steal our land.
Yeah.
So these corporations coming to steal your land, you stole our land first. So all of you are coming to steal our land. That's how they see it.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting to see. So if you get a chance, you should watch it anyway. But yeah.
So he was just explaining how the fossil fuel thing that you were talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. But I wish I couldn't remember what he was talking about in there. But yeah.
All right. So before we started recording, we were discussing Diddy. So
and Salah.
Yeah. So definitely Salah. My uncle. I saw my uncle today, and he's he's retired now. Isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't know he had retired. He's retired in the middle of the year, and they're just chilling. Just before I left, I said, "So you and Auntie are both retired now. Are you?" But my dad said I was talking too much, and we needed to leave the house.
Bye.
Because he would just go home. He's like, when we got home, he's telling mommy, this one was just talking.
Yeah, because when I spoke to you, you said we're going to.
I'm following Daddy. So I'm sitting there. It's him that asked me to bring him there. When he's ready to go, I'll go. So anyway, he told me he wanted to go. But just as we're leaving, I'm like, so you're both retired now. What's happening with the two of you just sitting there?
Well, then you are talking too much because I told you when to leave, and you said
No, it was more just thinking. But then I think that there are kids in the house as well, actually. So that's going to alleviate stuff. It's not just the two of them in the big house.
Yeah, they got the grandkids right around there.
Yeah. So okay.
And what about the students? Are they still there?
I don't know.
My aunt was doing one of those things where people came into the house and stayed for a bit and then left.
Okay.
I mean, I just one time I used to, and it's all having parties, This guy go to the house one time and they see random Italian kids in the yard. They're feeding them spaghetti with pepper in it.
Yeah, because she would feed them as well, innit?
Yeah, I'm like, these people I don't understand, boy. I'm like, Auntie, you still put in the because my auntie puts pepper in her food. She goes, yeah, I'll put it there. They have to eat it.
Our cousin just bought her fourth property.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This week on auction. It's her first time doing it on auction. She's like, I didn't know. So I called her. She was at a place. She's like, I didn't know what it was like. I just had to view it based on an image on the paper and some writing. I was like, wow, that's. But she said she was scared, but she done it. And she said it's a box though. But it's in a good area. So she's like, I'm buying for area now.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, man. I got some hustler cousins, man.
We don't hustle. We're not proper.
Some hustler cousins. And so anyway, so big up my family there. Big up my family. So are we going to talk about Salah or are we going to talk about Diddy first?
Let's start with Diddy, innit? Both of them are going to be old news by the time this comes out anyway.
But Diddy stuff is like it needs to be spoken about.
All right, so Stav was talking to Simple Simon because my niece, who's about 23, was asking us questions about the time of Diddy and Biggie and Tupac because she doesn't understand those times because she wasn't alive. Which is mad to me.
That's where the conversation started about feeling old and being out of your time.
Yeah.
Because, it seems every week we have another conversation. This is why I feel old. This is why I feel old. But this one was really like surreal.
Yeah.
So less than making me feel old. It's like this is crazy because she said that she went and did research about Tupac because she didn't know this. Okay, fair enough. Tupac, because I see them people watching reaction videos of Dear Mama and Brenda's Got Baby. It's like, oh my God, that's cool. Because there's somebody else, they're far from you. It's like you don't really catch the age and whatever. But then when she's saying, and not knowing that Diddy was like, how did they let Diddy be in the videos all the time? And I'm like, this is crazy. So you have an issue with Puffy being in the videos. That's what the 90s and the 2000s was about. Like, that's it. That's what it was.
Puff was in the video, all in the videos.
Yeah. And then everybody else did it. It's not like, so he started the trend. It wasn't like she said, how could they let him do it? It would never happen these days. And about robbing people, jerking people, it can never happen these days. It's only because I've been. That's the point. It's because I was so busy. I'm only reading the messages now as I'm sitting down. If I was there at the time, I would have been jerking you. Has never
stopped.
In fact, it's got worse because now you have the 300 deals where they take everything.
They had 300 before, but it just didn't call it 300.
Not like that.
They just didn't call it 300.
Not like that.
Kevin Lyles is the one that made up the 300.
No, it wasn't. It's different than that.
I'm not saying it's not different, but I'm saying what you wasn't earning any extra money. They'll take the money from your tour. They'll take the money from your music. They'll take the money from. It's just that now with the 300 deals, there's other avenues that you could make money, and they're still taking money from that. But when you was doing, there wasn't any other avenues, so they were still taking money.
If you made your own merchandise, you could
make money. If you
did your own thing, then you're doing your own thing on the side. That's how some people, the real entrepreneurs, were making money doing their own stuff on the side. So now, if
Wu-Tang.
Jay-Z was doing the liquor and clothing and making 80 million after clothing. I remember that was a big deal. It was either 80 million or 180. I know 80 million
for Rockaway.
And then he's doing stuff with the liquor and making money off that. They would have officially signed off 50% or 60% of that before they ever did it. Anything you do in the future, I'm taking a cut.
Perpetuity.
I know it might not necessarily be in perpetuity, but either which way. Before you've even done it, if you do anything, you're selling. No, it was different.
Some of these contracts even say if you do something in space, we will want that. We want that.
Not all of them. They all have that thing.
Jerking you records, boy. We be raping you.
And it doesn't sound real on it, but no. And when you
and that was
the record contract, I know. I think that's not perfect. Oh, but the
raping you records.
No, I'm talking about the sky, like the space thing. Because it sounds like we're just chatting. No. In the thing, it's like on anything you do on Earth and beyond.
And beyond, yeah. They put it in a contract. It's mad.
And beyond.
That's in case Jesus comes back, boy. Yeah. We own the rights to the Bible.
If my man gets us to Mars at some point, whatever his name is, Elon, then yes, when we start selling records on the moon, damn it, we coming to the moon.
We're coming to take our money from that too.
Anyway,
so they're going back to Diddy. So that's why we actually started talking about Diddy in the room. But I didn't ask the guys whether or not they'd all watched the documentary because I wouldn't expect them to watch it. But yes, all of them had watched it.
I watched it in quick time. Once I got the first episode done, I was like, yep.
Yeah, I suppose it takes us back to our youth times because that is probably, going back again, that's probably our era, 90s and 2000s, when we was at the most, listening to the most music, being more about music than probably I've ever been in my life at those times. So when I'm watching these documentaries back, a lot of the stuff there, it's nothing new to me. But for her, the big thing for her that actually triggered it is she was like, I didn't know that Tupac went to jail for sexual assault. I'm like, you didn't know? In my head, like, but then my wife says that she didn't know.
Yeah, because people don't talk about it that much.
People don't talk about that much.
But he went to jail, but why did he think he was in jail for? They just thought he was in jail. So I'm like a lot of people don't know the amount of stuff that Tupac did, I suppose.
Yeah, rappers be going to jail, innit? So it's not a big thing.
But at the time, not so much. Not necessarily so much rappers was going to jail. Tupac going to jail was a big deal.
Yeah.
At the time when Tupac went to jail, it was a big deal. One, because as I said, he was he was just becoming the biggest rap star or one of the biggest rap stars in the world. And two is because a lot of people didn't believe the situation. They almost felt like he was being set up.
Yeah.
And that it's a bit like with, I wonder if I don't even know. I wonder if they know that Mike Tyson went to jail for the same thing.
Yeah.
So so that was a big deal. So then him coming out through obviously Suge Knight is the one that bailed him out or got him out of the jail. That's why it was a big thing, because Suge Knight went to go and get him from jail. But she had no idea about it. She was like, I always thought Tupac was a good thing about women. He always had good things to say about women, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know this. And I was like,
yeah, it was in a hotel with a woman in 93 and was convicted of first-degree sexual abuse, which in brackets they put offensive touching without consent. But as you said in the voice note, it was one of them ones where like nobody believed the woman.
Like, it's in their head, everyone was like, that's Tupac. Every woman wanted Tupac. You're in the room with him.
My mum fancied Tupac.
Like, what is going on? Like, what is this? And then again, Tupac and the police obviously did not get on, and he got away with shooting a police officer.
Yeah,
that alone, they're coming.
I don't add that to the equation of anything.
You have to add that.
If a woman accuses you of sexual abuse, then that's it, innit? It's not that because you shot one of us, we're gonna.
How many men have been accused of sexual abuse and got off at that time?
This was around the same time that what's his name? What's the James Bond, the Scottish one or whatever?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery would say, you have to slap a woman sometime. And the woman asked him, so you said in the past, did you really say you should slap? He's like, yes. What? Sometimes it's necessary. So yes, back then, let us show our niece that. Yes, this is what a man could say.
On the telly.
In the interview back then. It's not even like, we're not talking ancient times. We're talking about the 90s. Like, yes, he said, yeah, sometimes a woman needs a slap. Why? And she said, why would you slap her? Well, if she doesn't shut up. If she doesn't shut up, you have to shut her up.
Anyway, so in them times, men wasn't necessarily going to jail for sexual, not famous rich men.
Yeah, I'm saying that to prove his point. Yes,
they wanted to get Tupac then time. So I'm not saying he didn't do it or whatever, but they were quite happy to put him in jail.
This was, but clearly this was just one of them times where I don't know how often it happens in the past or how often it happens now, but this was one of them times where everybody was like, nah, men and women alike were like, nah, we don't believe you.
No, we don't believe. So then he came out and then whatever happened. So then now, anyway, going back to the doc. So what did you think about the doc? Has this changed any perception of Puffy? I hate calling him Diddy because that's not my era. My era is Puff Daddy.
Not Love.
No, One Love. Love is not my era either. It's Puffy, man.
All right.
Has it changed any perception of Puff?
P. Diddy called me pretty.
What did you get? Or what did you think about the documentary? Let's go over here.
I think there was a small detail that made me think to myself, oh, actually, maybe we don't appreciate what's really going on here at all. He slapped his mum, yeah? And on its own, that's wild, but his mum was a hustler. And not only was she a hustler, but she was obviously a woman as a hustler, having to deal with obviously a male-dominated industry. And she didn't kill him for slapping her, which means that she must have been more afraid of him than she was of the people on the streets.
No, I don't take
That's how I felt.
You don't just going to kill your son, are you?
But she didn't do anything back. That's the crazy thing. Nothing at all.
Well, there's a lot of women that are afraid of their child, their son.
But you didn't hear the profile of the woman I just mentioned.
Yeah, but I don't think I think that might have been exaggerated a bit when they're speaking about this woman, because she herself didn't come out and say she was like that.
Yeah, but you don't know, do you?
I think that her husband was like that.
Yeah.
Or his dad was like that. He was part of the Harlem whatever team, like what's these people called? The ones that you see in Paid in Full. They said that he was part of like their situation that was going on. Is it Apple? Alpo, that's the one that's a snitch. Apple's a snitch, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway,
snitch!
So they said that he was part of like their crew. I forget what the name of the crew was, man. But
yeah, so that for me, that little I was like, Raj, he slapped her.
I just see that as again, you're the man of the house now because you've grown up. It's just you and the mum. So then I didn't even know he's got a sister. I didn't even know he's got a sister.
I ain't trying to slap my mum.
And then someone else said there's a lot of you'd be surprised, boy. So anyway, especially certain communities.
I know, of course, I know about
slapping their mum anyhow.
I know about that.
But yeah, so then for me that I didn't really hit that I think I've heard that before. Like a lot of the stuff that's in this I've heard before. Like I know about I definitely know about him beating women before.
Yeah.
Like that's nothing that I found out in this documentary that I didn't know about people saying that he's in the party or whatever. Because I think they spoke about that in the last documentary that came out in Discovery, whatever, about him beating the woman in the party.
I've watched 2, maybe 3 documentaries, Diddy documentaries this year. This one is the 3rd or the 4th, and the other. So this one didn't.
I went from 2 to 3 to 5.
Yeah, it didn't highlight anything that I hadn't seen in the other 2.
I think this is the best documentary though.
But yeah, it was well put together.
But it is it is very biased in the way that they've done it.
Yeah, so two things that I found out after watching it. One was Eric Sermon was on the Breakfast Club. It was a very entertaining interview. I didn't know that. He was addicted to Percocet for 12 years, 10 years or something.
Is he?
Yeah.
But his eyes looked like he was always wide open.
No, I think it was after all of that stuff, I think. Like in terms of, it wasn't like when he was in his peak. It was when he disappeared, it was because he was in rehab.
Okay. So when he dropped out the window.
He didn't go into it, but when they mentioned that, they said, did that have something to do with it? And he didn't go into it, but he's like, I was in his wrong place, wrong kind of time thing. He's like, not exactly that, but wrong place, wrong time. That's what he said. And then he just went into it, but he was quite happy to talk about the rest of his stuff. I didn't know about all this stuff, so it was quite interesting because, yeah, the jumping out the window thing was always this mad hip hop rumor that they were happy not to delve too deep into it. But anyway, so he said when he was, because everyone was why is Eric Sermon it is thing, and I said exactly the same thing when I watched it, and he said everybody's been going to me like, Eric, why are you in this documentary? It doesn't make sense. The math ain't mathing. But he said basically they took his story and they kind of like jumbled it around a bit. He's had a few stories so he said it's not exactly what they made it out to sound a bit different.
Oh, okay.
And
editing
the bit with Biggie saying that, you know, he looks like he feels like he's gonna die. He feels like somebody's out to kill him.
Yeah.
The person that interviewed him, I can't remember his name, but he went on social media. He's like, I did the interview when he first came into the game. They're making it look like it was when he went to LA.
Yeah.
This is when he was talking about the street. He was still tied to the streets. And he was telling me basically that something could happen to me because now I'm just big now. Or I'm just about making money, and I'm scared that somebody might do something to me.
Yeah.
So it's like they made that look. He's like, fair enough, it's true what he said, but they made it look completely different than what it actually was.
Well, I thought that the Eric Sermon was included because my man went after one of his misses,
but it wasn't his. He's saying that's not my woman.
Tory, I knew it's Tory.
Tory. So he said that was my friend. He said that's what I'm saying. He's making it look like she was my woman. He's like, she wasn't my woman. We were friends.
But he did say that in the thing that
I don't know.
No, because everyone else thought because that's what it came across that everyone assumed that it was his girlfriend. But he did say my friend. He said it in the actual interview, my friend.
Well, like I said,
they made they edited it.
Me editing this podcast lets me know that if once I've got enough of your words. I know it's different with video, but it's not that different because you can just cut away to a cut.
Of course.
Whilst you're doing what you're doing. Shout out Donald Trump and BBC. I can't believe people are trying to defend BBC for what they did. That's just silly. Just because you hate Trump doesn't mean that you should defend the nonsense. You can make it sound like anybody's saying anything. And to talk about the BBC Donald Trump thing, Donald Trump wants to sue BBC because on their panorama, one of the panoramas that they did about a year ago, they made it sound like Trump said during the talk he did just before they went to Capitol Hill and did the whatever. They made it sound like he said, yeah, let's go to Capitol Hill. We need to fight. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
But those two things were an hour away. Yeah. And they spliced it and they spliced it together.
Yeah.
So he never said those two things. And in the middle, he even said stuff that would diffuse all that stuff. Yeah. And people are trying to defend BBC like, oh, it's a minor.
Can I defend it?
I'm like, that's not a minor. You fully edited it to make it sound like he said something different.
They do all the time.
So whether you like what he did, whether you feel that his ultimate aim was the same thing, which I don't actually. Man was ranting for an hour and a half. He didn't actually ever tell people to go there and rant something. So I've never understood when these people are like, it was him that did it.
It was dog whistle.
And then, there's dog whistle you like. But if I don't tell you to do it, I don't tell you to do it. And then on top of that, people don't have their own autonomy.
No.
So I can if I tell you to go down to the thing and it's my fault.
Mark,
it's my fault.
Mark,
like you're the most powerful man in the world. Yeah, but they did it off their own back. It's nothing to do with me. Anyways, So those two things were a bit of And those are the two people that came out and said, I did this, so who knows what else they did to make it seem worse.
The Tupac thing where they said that they kind of alluded that in the quad studio situation that Tupac was involved.
Yeah.
Again, they know that, everyone knows that that's got to do with, what's his name, Jimmy Henchman. Like, there's bare people, the person that shot Tupac came out and said, I shot Tupac, got nothing to do with them, man. Came and said it, Jimmy Henchman.
I don't remember that one.
Well, yeah, but
what was the other thing that I found funny was when they were talking about they were like, yeah, in this game there's no snitching rule, and then immediately afterwards they played the interview of my man behind closed doors. Yeah. I was busting.
The man was flapping lips.
I can't remember
the where they said basically there's this rule that, or this thing where if you've already been indicted for something, there's a period where we'll give you if you talk. You can't be done for those crimes.
After 12 months,
No. In terms of a police will say, we want information on such and such. So come and talk. If you're involved in any of it, we're going to let that bit slide.
Oh, okay.
So in this case, it's like you're in jail for this one thing anyways. But there was a term that I hadn't heard before that he called it.
Yeah.
And so you're in jail already for whatever. Maybe you got 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is. But if you come in and talk about this, because they were investigating Tupac. They were investigating Tupac before that. You got information on Tupac.
Oh, you talk about what's his name?
I can't remember his name, but so he so he talked, and man was flapping.
He was singing
lips,
bro.
Unlike Suge.
Yeah,
we don't talk.
We don't talk.
Snatch. So it made it seem like stuff had happened to Suge. Up to the point where he's been shot at.
Yeah.
Keith D, that's his name.
And so he's inside now.
Yeah, Keith D's inside for this killing Tupac.
So
they're trying to get him for killing Tupac, or his nephew killed Tupac. They said, which would make sense because that's the one that they beat up. Yeah, all of that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's just not how it linked to Puffy that didn't make sense.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, all the being in cahoots with the Crips.
Yeah,
I didn't know about all that stuff.
I knew about that as well.
I know,
well, that's because I've been following the Keith D thing from before that. He's been on Vlad. He's been doing everything.
Yeah, I know he's been flapping his lips, but I haven't been that invested.
The other guy that they had there, the other Crip guy, I've never heard of him before.
Who, D?
Yeah, and I didn't know anything about Puffy's, whatever the other guys, the one that is associated with him from the Harlem days. The uncle, or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
I never heard about him before. Those are two things I've never heard about before.
So towards the end of the documentary, so sorry if this is a spoiler for all of you or whatever, they went into it was interesting that they never mentioned the 50 Cent's woman as well. And I was quite interested that they had two of the jurors in the thing as well. I didn't know if you were allowed to just go and run your mouth right after the case is done. But towards the end of the documentary, you had a producer, up-and-coming producer, who basically went and said that a male that he was drugged and raped by Diddy.
Yeah.
But he was the first one before Cassie or around that Cassie time, he was the first one to try and sue Puffy.
Okay, so I remember hearing something about that, but maybe just dismissing it, because you always have this Illuminati, these rich people, they're all gays and debaucherous and all that stuff. And so, for better or for worse, when I hear these stories of things that just sound super outlandish, maybe because I just live a plain vanilla life, it's like, yeah, I was drugged and raped, and then I kept coming back, and they would give me money, and they do this, and I'm just like, this just sounds mad.
This man said that him and his son went to go and shoot someone, and they came and did the song at the end of the studio, and just carried on doing the song.
Yeah,
and then they don't know where the man has disappeared to.
Yeah. And him and his son were doing stuff. Then it's when you're getting your kids roped into. It's one thing to get them into crime. Maybe this makes me a strange person, but I guess it's not uncommon to hear a father and a son, or an older cousin and a younger cousin, or something like that, have done crime together. But then when you're
crazy titch boy.
But when you're doing like we took somebody into a room and they were raped, like a father and a son kind of thing, or the son was around whilst the dad is sexually abusing people, then it's like, I don't know, that just seems a bit less normal to me.
But that's not actually his son.
Which one?
That's what's his name's son, isn't it?
The one where he was talked about going and shooting a person was that.
But
nice. Then he was. I see videos of him around that producer in the same area, maybe.
The light skin one, yeah.
The dude that said he got molested. Unless I'm.
Yeah, but that's not his son. That's what's his name's son. That's his adopted son. That's what's his name's son. What's his name? I'll be sure. That's I'll be sure's son.
So I'll be sure he's taking on his son as his own.
Yeah. That's him. So remember, Albie Shaw and Kim were together before Puff decided.
Yeah, but
that was the original of Puff chasing the girls. That's not his.
We were saying that before the pod. Yeah, before the pod, I was saying it's weird. Some men that just want to take their not their boys, but people that they're in cahoots with and take their women. And I wanted to understand the mentality behind that.
I think it's just, again, it's a power thing, isn't it?
It's a conqueror,
I can take your girl.
It's a conquering thing.
I can take your girl.
Like the Usher thing.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
What I find interesting about this, the Puff Daddy case, and it's a consistent theme that's gone through all of the documentaries that I've watched. No talk about J-Lo. So, did he behave himself the entire time?
He looked like he behaved himself with J-Lo. I don't, like, there's no one ever mentioned anything bad about what he's doing.
That's crazy to me.
Not to me, but again, and certain people are not. Again, this is where black women get vexed because they'll tell you straight, like, you can't do this. You can only do this with black women.
But it wasn't only black women he did it with. The other women in this documentary weren't black.
Which other women?
What's the girl that was
Aubrey,
yeah.
What did he do to her?
Yeah, he abused her as well.
He didn't abuse her.
He did.
Which one is Aubrey?
Aubrey's the one from the
girl group.
The girl group.
Danity Kane.
No, what
she says that she was raped.
She said she didn't. She don't know what happened.
Somebody said I walked into the bathroom or whatever, and him and somebody else were doing.
I forgot that she said. Yeah, but she said her herself didn't come out and say that until
she seems like she's fully in self denial. Yeah, like it's very interesting that. I like the fact that she's cognizant of it, that she's actually saying with her mouth, because I don't want it to be real. Yeah, I'm happy just to believe it's not real. So if somebody else is saying it, I'm upset they even told me, kind of thing, because I don't remember it and I'd rather just live in ignorance. And obviously that's still a mind F. But the fact that it's better that she actually understands that's what she's thinking, because some people, they won't even know that's what they're thinking, and their brain will be even more scrambled. Yeah, but that's crazy. And again, it's another drug thing. I don't know what drugs they're putting in this thing.
Capricorn Clark as well. She's not a black woman.
Who's Capricorn Clark?
The one that was his manager for a lot of time. She was also in the documentary.
Yeah, but she didn't do anything. The one that he took to go and shoot Kid Cudi.
Yeah, that's the one. He
didn't do anything to her.
She was a CAO. She did say that you did something to her. Yeah, she was complaining.
Physically?
I don't know about physical molesting, but I know she would say that he did stuff. Well, maybe he forced her to do stuff, but I don't know if it was sexual.
So that's what I'm saying to you. So I just find it strange that J-Lo doesn't get met. I can't, in my mind.
Maybe she has more backing than most other.
Maybe she is Jenny from the block.
Maybe because she might have been underneath. Again, she might. Everyone, they say that anyone in the music business has some form of criminal attachment in some way, shape, or form. So maybe whoever was looking after her, maybe she was on Sony like Tony Mottola, maybe the mob had her back. You don't know.
Yeah,
man, just painting pictures. Man.
No, but it happens.
No, but I just found it strange. Like I said, I've seen maybe 3.
Or she's been through it and she just kept her mouth closed.
That could be true.
That could be true as well.
Well, look at she went missing after the shooting thing. She's like, nah, bun this, bro.
Yeah, but she was with him over a year, wasn't it? Yeah, and you can say he behaved himself over the whole year.
Was it? Does he? Would it?
It might have been longer.
I feel like
either way. I got a feeling that she just was. He knew who he could and couldn't do this stuff with, and she was just probably one of those people that couldn't do. Or maybe he was infatuated with her.
The Nipsey Hussle clip
where he slaps him.
No.
Oh, sorry, not slapped him. It was you slapped him. It was Cole that slapped him or something. In a kicker.
What did they were talking about clapping? Do you remember that bit?
No, I don't. Nipsey Hussle?
Yeah, there's a bit where, because he executive produced Nipsey Hussle's album.
Okay.
And so in the documentary, there's a bit where they're playing a song and Nipsey Hussle is just clapping. And I couldn't hear it, or maybe it's I'm sure it's from there. And then basically,
it's a tip that's going around, anyway.
Like Diddy said something, and then Nipsey, I'll clap, and then they went to his missus. What's her name?
Cassie.
No, Nipsey Hussle's.
Oh, Laura London.
Yeah, she was in the studio as well. I think, and Cassie was there as well. Actually, I think. But because I didn't hear it properly, and I was trying to understand what was going on, I wanted somebody else to tell me. But
no. But everyone's, wherever I'm seeing around, everyone's like Nipsey's one of the ones that wasn't having it, basically.
So that's the impression I got, but I wasn't necessarily sure because I couldn't get what they were saying, and I don't think the subtitles were. I think I was in the shower at the time watching it.
I can't remember.
Yes, I was listening to it in the shower. That's how much I wanted to get through it. So I
fell asleep in bits of it. I know that now already because you're saying stuff and I was like, I can't remember.
Okay. So to answer your question, I found it entertaining. It's not like the best thing in the world. Like the documentary, is it better than My Perfect Neighbor? I was more engrossed to it because My Perfect Neighbor is like it's going to be like it's one of the ones that might win the Oscar for best documentary, even though it's not the best documentary. But
who's it about? My Perfect Neighbor.
It's about the. Sorry, I'm alright. Can I watch it? I'm assuming that it's about the one where the woman went to go knock on the woman's door to get the iPad back for her son, and the woman shot her through the door.
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We spoke about that on the podcast. I don't know if you're on that episode, but it was news about a year ago.
Oh. But yeah, and this is all on Ring cameras and stuff like that, isn't it?
Police footage and door cams. Most 8% police footage, but then like maybe even more, but police footage, yeah, and door cams. So no like after footage. It's all stuff that happened.
Oh, okay.
At the time, kind of thing. And it's quite high up on the list of things that is going to win awards this year. But I enjoyed the salacious part of this. I'm ashamed to say with all the trauma and the hurt that people have gone through because of the stuff that happened in the documentary. I'm talking about the Diddy one, by the way, not the boy getting murdered.
Yeah,
but it was entertainment for me, light entertainment. So I ran through it quickly.
You know what? The CEO, the co-CEO, or whatever, if that's what you call it.
Yeah.
Him, I didn't
know about that one.
I didn't really know about him. So that was the stuff that he was saying there is new. Obviously, they're saying that he's pursuing Puffy as well, and that I don't think that.
And then towards the end, he talked about getting molested as well.
Yeah,
right at the end, they kept that one to the end.
That Puffy did something to him as well. You know the one that the actual sex worker that was
yeah.
He's suing Cassie now.
For what?
Because Cassie was the one that he only dealt with Cassie.
Yeah. So why is he suing her? For what?
Because apparently she gave him an STD.
Oh.
She had an abortion of his child.
Can you sue someone for that? Can you sue someone for either one of those things?
I don't know. And I suppose he kind of said that she was the same way that she apparently he's saying that whatever stuff Cassie was getting for Diddy, apart from the beating stuff, she did the same thing to him. So she tracked him. She did this. She did that. So they're trying to find her because he's trying to give her whatever the paper is to say that she needs to come to court. And she's ducking it. So they said that they might just do one where she has to, like the judge said, well, she doesn't
I think that's an odd way to try and sue. But
if you watch the trial and everything, yeah, Cassie does not look like clean cut in this situation. I think he might even be the one that she called to say that she was going to get him killed.
I think they were dealing with each other for years.
Yeah,
and he said for a long time, Puffy never even got involved. He was just sitting in the corner for a long time.
Yeah, I saw that.
So is if she was the one calling him, she was the one organising things. As far as he was concerned, she was the one paying for flights to go here and there and whatnot. So, if you were a super fan of Diddy, you could easily say, "I'm happy staying on Diddy's side" after watching the case, because it can look like this woman played as much a part in the madness as Diddy did.
If they never had that video of him beating her, then she would have been finished. I reckon. I don't think that she would have had even a little bit of sympathy from a lot of the public.
Even the man, the juror said, and trust me, I'm sure he's speaking for more than just himself. He might have been flippant and blasé because you can see he ain't from random parts. So he's probably from around places where beating a woman is not the most uncommon thing. Yes, it's true. But he's like, listen, if she kept going back and they both he's getting hit, there must be something to it. Like she must like it or whatever. You can't just keep going back and then expect us to.
So are you saying based on the information you have, not just from the documentary but from the case that you've followed as well?
Yeah, from the court case.
You're saying that she is instigating some of the stuff, and it's coming from her as opposed to her being used as a prop.
Some of those text messages, she would say, "When are we doing such and such?" Like,
yes. The freak off. She would be asking about the freak offs, but then she said later on she was afraid of him, so when she wanted to try and make him happy, she would ask for the freak offs. But if you're looking at it from just black and white, she's asking for this type of, like, a lot of the stuff that's going on. She's asking for it, and obviously then the person on the other end of the telephone that she's getting called to say to come and have the sex is her that's calling. Do you know what I mean? So again, if you're looking at the stuff like in a black and white, just put out there without putting the notion of obviously coercion, manipulation, and all of that type of stuff, then she can come out just looking bad. As I said, if they didn't have the video of him openly beating her, right, and she never, and I suppose if she mentioned it, then maybe the people will think, yes, he's violent, so that might be the case. It would have gone a lot worse for her. And it went bad for her already. And they still had with the video. This is what I'm saying. So there's no video there. Cassie would have, they might even have thrown it all out for her. Anything to do with her would have just got dashed out. Because it was so much that she probably never would have taken a stand.
But the stuff for her did get dashed out. Because what he got done for was 2 counts of basically.
No, I'm talking about her
bringing in prostitutes.
I'm talking about her testimony or whatever. I don't even think she would have done it. Because I don't know how much it would have taken her much more than it would have helped her, because that's what happened in it.
Well, you don't really have too much choice, because that wasn't. It's not. That's true. She didn't bring it. She didn't bring the.
Yeah, she didn't bring the case up. That's true. Well, she won her case and got her money, and that's why the man's suing her now, because he knows that she got £30 million from Puffy. So
dollars.
You got money out here. You got money for your trauma. I want to get money for mine. That's how it is.
But he was getting paid $6,000 a time. So what's he talking about?
It's traumatic for him, isn't it?
So a male prostitute is coming banging for hours. What I couldn't gather my head, and like, so my brother's car make me feel inadequate, and so does banging for 12 hours at a time. It's like, maybe I don't, because I can't do that.
But you don't take drugs.
It's just drugs make you Superman.
Well, that's what you were saying. That when I was taking the drugs, he's like, I don't know how these things was keeping up, and he was like, when I was on the drugs, I could do it. That man, what's popular? You know what? They could take Viagra. You know, it's not like they can't just be taking Viagra.
No.
You take one Viagra, and
it's not that issue I have the issue with.
Yeah,
it's working out for 9 hours a day.
Yeah,
somebody told you to work out, like, so that I keep telling you, I don't have any. I don't want to go too deep into my personal.
It's not working out.
That's not the issue. The issue is you're doing vigorous activity for hours and 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 hours.
Yeah, but you know,
but then I guess maybe they have maybe an hour break in between.
The footballers train all day.
Don't it get boring?
Well, I'm assuming for the prostitute, yes.
But you're on drugs.
Yeah, you're on the drugs. The drugs is what he said. Once he started taking the drugs, isn't it? You could understand why these men are doing it.
Okay, side button. And mommy and daddy forward a bit. After how long is it boring now? The tick.
Why would you? No one wants to have sex for that long. Most women don't want to have sex for that long. That's for certain.
No, but I'm asking, how long is it? Because they're talking about doing things for, what was it, 12, 18 hours or something like that. Overnight.
Is it just them, or they're having orgies though? I'm coming to the orgy.
I'm going to stick with one-on-one. After how long is it boring?
I don't know. Well, it depends.
Individual appetite.
As I said, if you're the prostitute, then it don't matter, innit? You're getting paid. And if you're Cassie, again, you're also the prostitute, so it don't matter, because the man's telling you to do what you're doing, and you do what you're told.
I'm not talking.
So you're Puffy you're talking about then?
No, I'm talking about in general. For you, this is why I said mommy and daddy forward.
Which normal human being is going to bang for 8 hours?
Oh my God.
Oh, just in general.
What is the question? How long is it before it becomes boring? You're talking about them and
I don't know. Don't cause problems in anyone's marriage here. What kind of question are you asking people?
But then that would, for me, you know, let me not say it, because that would be the problem, because I won't say anything more. Because it doesn't need to be a problem. Because if I said 12 hours is after it gets boring for 12 hours, no woman can get upset with me, because I've never been 12 hours with any woman. There's nothing to get offended of. If I said 20 minutes now, there's some women that might be looking at me like, what? So after half an hour with me, you're bored. It's my office now.
Oh no, but either way, I don't think that. I don't think all the women would want to be going on for hours either. So I don't think.
What I appreciated was the beginning and the end of every episode had that one.
That same thing.
Oh my days! They wanted you to know
This is what's going.
We don't want to get sued.
Do you know what the actual joke thing about this situation?
77 outstanding. God, what charges?
Apparently, a lot of the footage, was stolen. Well, not stolen, but the footage was actually Puffy doing the camera.
Apparently, it was his footage.
And then the man, because he didn't pay the man said, okay.
Yeah. I heard about that.
And then
well, you know what? It's poetic justice.
Yeah.
Because how often did he jerk people for their IP? Whereas in this case, man has paid some or didn't
pay. That's
bring somebody in to do something, and because he didn't,
he thought he was going to get off.
I have now got to the point where, because there are some times where people do things and it's like, how do you get to that point in your life where you feel you can do such and such? And then it does seem like you get to a point in this world, again, because I'm nowhere near it, it sounds very foreign to me, where you're so big, you're so rich, you're so powerful, you get away with so much that you start feeling you can do anything.
Invincible.
And you can just do whatever. So when you're talking about shooting someone in a club,
no, but I
get away with it.
I think
stabbing somebody in a club and getting away with it.
Bottling somebody.
Oh, sorry.
But I think
that was Jay.
The battery got in his back when he done the basketball event. That was the point. I think that was the point where he could have started to feel that he was invincible, because people died that day.
Yeah, but he didn't kill anyone.
Yeah, but I'm saying people died that day, it should have been his head to roll potentially, and he slid out of that. And not only did he slide out of that, that's when the trajectory started. Like, I know that people who are conspiracy theorists would have said, "Oh, that was the sacrifice," blah blah blah, whatever. But I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that his trajectory after that point would have spoken to the idea that he felt like he could do anything at that point.
I did say earlier on when I was talking to my cousin about buying this property, and I said it was the first time she had bought something on auction. In an auction. And then as I was talking to, it was either her or dad after, and I said, yeah, the thing is when you do something once and you know it can be done, it opens up a whole new world for you in whatever avenue, where usually it's business, isn't it? But if it's whether I chat with this woman, I was really scared, the most beautiful woman in the room or in my workplace in the club, and I actually did it. Now, there's a room in your head that's now open. You're like, I can chat to any girl now, because before I didn't think I could do it. And so it could be one of those things where you're shook to death. People died. I organised something. I didn't do the security properly. Again, I don't necessarily see it, but there is a part of I'm scared, because if things do happen, if the law does come down on somebody, it was my event. It will come down on me. And then I did a bit of a press this, and then it all just faded away. And potentially, because he did have people in powerful places, maybe it's like, you know what, can you just... obviously, there were a lot of musicians that were part of the thing, as well as music execs that were... And maybe they all were like, you know what, there's enough powerful people around me that they kind of brushed it. It's like, oh, power gets you wherever, and that will open up a room in your brain.
The thing that I still think is a undercover thing that could be explored is the relationship between him and Andre Harrell. Because some people might say that Andre Harrell might have done something with him.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say as well.
Yeah, that he might have been...
What do you mean by something?
That was the other person...
Dodgy stuff, isn't it?
Dodgy stuff, yeah. That was the other person in the documentary that I also felt like they don't really go into any detail about him, that person.
Well, he's dead now, so maybe that's why they didn't want to really... But
even then, I never really heard too much scandal about him or whatever. And
Andre Harrell was a big exec, man. It's not somebody that people quite respected him, so... Yeah, but it was just very interesting to see that, you know, the relationship that the two had.
I don't know of any salacious stories about Andre Harrell.
That's not linked to Puff.
Well, which ones are linked to Puff?
All the stuff that they've spoken about him and Puff and all this stuff that they were together. But not when I say salacious, as I said, anything that Puffy's now done in it links to him somehow, because he was his mentor.
Yeah, and to me, my question why there's no talk about Andre Harrell is because I can't see that he didn't see all of this stuff about Puffy.
Yeah, but he tested him out.
Yeah, but a long time after, didn't it? They were together for a long time. And a lot of stuff was happening, a lot of madness was happening when they were together. All of these parties and stuff, Harrell went to them, so he would have known what was going on, innit?
If he was doing it then. He might have been a bit later when he was getting more powerful.
Nah, from what I remember, and again, just based off of the documentary, the timeline was that Puffy had always been known for throwing good parties, and then the good parties thingy-bobbed into freak-offs, graduated into freak-offs, and even some of the photos were of Harrell in the white suits in particular was at the freak-off parties. This is what I'm saying to you. So I know that he was at least aware of what my man was doing, but for some strange reason he doesn't catch any corn.
But if for me, having orgies and stuff, there's nothing wrong with it. Because the freak-offs, and even in the documentary, they haven't talked about just random sexual activity being like a bad. They don't talk about freak-offs. They talk about maybe one-on-one freak-offs, or bringing a prostitute and battering this woman, or raping that Danny Kane or whatever.
Yeah, and drugging people.
They didn't really talk about big orgy. When I'm thinking of freak-off, I'm talking about, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people doing something in a room. So they didn't talk about that stuff. And if I know that, I'm saying if I know people that are happy doing stuff. I'm not thinking, it's the worst thing in the world. They're going, and everybody, as long as it's everybody's signed off on it, then I ain't doing it. But if they're doing it and everyone's cool with doing it, then they're doing it. That's not my business.
Is Puffy on the Epstein files? Is he on the flight charter?
But I'm pretty certain that he's been to Epstein Island. I'm pretty certain because he's involved with all of these people, isn't it? His parties were like the biggest parties, like. It was not like a unknown thing that the Diddy party was like the biggest party of one of the biggest parties of the
calendar,
year. Yeah, so it's not like he's.
Charlamagne always said he's never been to one, and people are like, why? He's like, no, I've never been. I'm not interested in going to any.
Yeah, and so it's a thing.
Some people is just like, I'm not. No.
Have you watched the latest interview with Dame Dash on this program with these women?
I started watching it and it just looked nonsensical. I just
so they got pictures of him with Diddy in it.
Yeah,
at these parties. And he's like, look where I am. Because Diddy would be holding something like, because I'm on the other side of this guy. There'll be 4 or 5 of them on the bed. I'm on this side, Diddy on that. There's one picture of Diddy holding him, and you can see Dame looking at him like, look at the way I'm looking at this guy. You know, I don't want nothing to do with this guy. So Dave's dad trying to run away from this situation.
And that's on his own network as well.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not involved with anything to do with this guy.
But you turn up to the parties.
Well, they're the biggest parties in NY.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to be there. I see Leonardo DiCaprio in the photos. I said, goddamn.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio used to go there. Apparently him and Q-Tip used to go there together or some stuff. Again, that's another thing that people are talking about as well. That there's so much these mad scandals that's going on. Did he listen to the sorry, just talking about Dame Dash and Puffy. Yeah, did you hear about did you listen to the Beanie Siegel Memphis Bleak interview?
No. On Memphis Bleak's podcast.
Yeah. So Beanie Siegel used to have 3 Bentleys, right? It was like a thing that Beanie Siegel had all these Bentleys. Do you remember they were talking about his Bentleys?
Not really.
But anyway, so you used to have Bentleys, yeah? I think it was even one of them on his cover. So he explained how he got some of the Bentleys. One of them he got from Dame. One of them he got from Biggs because Big gave it to him on his birthday. Another one he said he got somehow.
Is that the one that he said he just left it outside his house or something? It's like he didn't like the colour, so he just gave it to him.
No, that one he said he came out. His mum had his other Bentley and took it, and he's like, "Why this mum took my Bentley? Can't just be driving my Bentley." But apparently his mum should take his car, whatever. Then he's like, "Where's my car?" And he came out and a big just gave him the key. Goes, "That's your car." I was like, so he gave it to him for his birthday. I think this is after he went on the Rockefeller and did the freestyle against Nas. It was just like, for you doing the soldier behavior, look, take this for your birthday. But one of the Bentleys,
trinkets,
it was Dame Dash's Bentley. And Dame Dash never used to drive it, yeah? He stopped driving it, basically. And the reason why he stopped driving it, yeah, is because he was at a party with Puff and they were talking about Bentleys. And Dame was saying, I drive this Bentley, I drive my Bentley. And then Puff went to him, you drive your own Bentley? And he was like, yeah. And that was it. Because Puff asked him, do you drive your own Bentley? It was that much of a diss, he just never drove the car again. And then gave it to Beanie Siegel, basically.
And Beanie said that?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think it's the most proper ego thing. Like, it's Harlem. That's proper what they would call Harlem thing. Like, you drive your own Bentley? Like, how can you have a Bentley and you drive it? You drive your own car.
Well, I mean, Jay did that, didn't he? He said, what was it, the X5 that he said that is a woman's car?
He said, you don't drive X5, you give it to baby moms. That's what he said.
Yeah. So it's
and that put a black, the original one was a 4.6 against a 4.0. That was, again, a ridiculous figure. And anyone, for me, it's just ridiculous. I don't like the out of all of the stuff that when I hear in raps, I love it in raps, but I don't like the hit it actually has on society. Drake does it a lot as well. Pusha does it a lot as well. Let people have their things, man. You can't just be cussing these people because they got things that they can afford. Like, you can't just be doing that to people.
For those, let me flesh out the Jay-Z one. So we said the X5. So in Jay-Z's line, I'll show you how to do this, and he says, we don't drive X5s, we give them to baby mamas. So that was that for the X5. But as my brother said, the original one on Imaginary Players, at the end of that song, he said he pulls up to a light in his 4.6 Range Rover, and somebody else pulls up in a 4.0 in their Range Rover, and he said, what's the difference between mine and yours? And it's like 40 to 50 G's. Beat it. So it's like we have the same car, but we don't. And it's like, so now if you have money, or you feel you have money, and you look at your 4.0, you're washed out. Another one is when the difference between the Maybach and the Phantom at the time. And I can't remember, on It's So Hood by DJ Khaled, I think it was DJ Khaled, and the original, one of the artists, I can't remember, it's one of these down south artists, and he says he doesn't drive the Phantom. Like, it's too small.
Future?
Sorry?
Was it Future?
No. It's an artist that, no. But basically, he rubbished the Phantom, and then in the remix version, Lil Wayne said, "I got rid of my Phantom because of what my man said on the original." So that's how the Maybach became the one, because at the time for rappers it was between the Phantom and the Maybach. But this rapper,
what about the Reef?
He talks about the Reef,
the Wraith, man, the Rolls Royce
Wraith. But these were the bigger ones, innit?
Okay, go on.
That was it. So you know that one, though, innit?
No, I don't know about that.
Right, if you go to the remix of I'm So Hood, listen to the Lil Wayne verse. And then
but Jay's the one that pushed the Maybach first as well. He's the one that pushed them. Like, these man are just, this is what I'm saying. There's certain people that are just making money.
Yeah, because it's 54 and 50.
Yeah.
Is it 54 and 50?
For what?
The Maybach. There's a Maybach 54. And then there's another one, and they call it the Heinz because Heinz has 54 on the Heinz thing.
Yeah.
And there's a Maybach 50 whatever. And it's like, again, if you have this £180,000 car, but you don't have the £220,000 one, really. Really, we're different levels.
This shows you, again, and this is where I suppose at one point Jay-Z I'm assuming this is where Jay-Z actually understood his worth. Because when you do a bar like that and it makes the impact that it does, I'm not saying these type of things about somebody paying me for it. And I think the Cristal thing was another thing that hit him, and he was like, okay, so I've been picking up Cristal all this time, and this fool said he doesn't even want us to drink it. All right, let me go and use my own power to produce my own drink and push that agenda. And I suppose once hip hop artists and rappers and anyone in the black industry or black culture understands the power of our voices, then you can make money, because we push the culture, we push everything.
I think they do now.
Yeah, and I think they do now. That's what I'm saying. Whereas before in the past, we were just saying things for saying things' sake.
Yeah. How often we hear on a podcast or an interview where they won't mention the name of the brand, that they actually like, because it's like, I'm not getting paid to mention this, and I know my voice actually means something. So this drink or this clothing, I'm not going to mention the name because.
Whereas before, Averex, alcohol, cars, all of these things that hip hop artists was making famous, making
StarTech,
Motorola's, all of these things that people look at it.
Two ways.
What's the flip one? Was that the StarTech?
Two way.
Two way.
I wanted that because they were talking about videos,
and this is crazy. Look how much. And then now look at people like Pharrell now that's working alongside Louis Vuitton. Have you seen the new Louis Vuitton Tims?
No. Oh, that's just sound, because
there's already the Louis Vuitton Tims that was out anyway.
There's the Louis Vuitton Air Force ones.
There's Louis Vuitton. So the Louis Vuitton Tims that's out now is like they're like, he's got a pair that's like £80,000. Then the limited edition, you can only get a certain amount of.
He done champagne as well. He done something with Moet as well, didn't he?
Yes, but Moet and Sean on Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, I know, but he done. Yeah, he's done there's a Pharrell run on that as well.
Yeah. So like, look at all these people that look at the areas where they're now, and there's things that they're impacting because
culture, isn't it?
Yeah, the culture. They understand that the culture now makes sense. Also, the one that I prefer,
they actually go together.
The one I prefer the most,
with the colour,
not even just the Timberland ones. Do you know what Telfar is?
The bag.
Yeah. Do you know what Telfar is?
No.
So Telfar is a bag that you see a lot of black women wearing.
Yeah.
At one time, it's not a very expensive bag.
Yeah.
but it was very hard for you to get because it was like a lot of people. It was just basically a guy that made it, a black man. Yeah. I think it was a black man anyway. And he just made this brand called Telfar, and his bags. It's got like a T with like a circle around it.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you might still see a lot of
$85,000, by the way.
Okay. So yeah, it's a lot of money. But anyway, so then it just organically became a big thing. Yeah. And every time he went to buy the bag, it was sold out. My wife's got a few, and my sister's got one as well. But you have to try and get it. And that's my favorite brand because it's the fact that it's a black man that owns it and he's selling the way he's selling. Yeah. And they've got a collaboration with Timberland as well. And I was just like, wow. I was like, everyone's doing these new collabs. But again,
it's good for both brands.
It's good for both brands. But again, it's feeding off the black culture to be able to push these brands still going further.
That's what SA was talking about last week, innit? With which brand they was, I can't remember what it was, but he said that they were doing
yeah, we were discussing
what's the name of the brand?
The Cortez.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So yeah, the same
Nike Cortez.
No.
Cortez, the guy that.
But he
talk to you about.
Yeah, we discussed it.
Okay.
On our 3-hour episode.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So so the same sort of thing was happening with that because he was saying it was going wild where they were doing swaps, innit? Where he's like, I
didn't know about that, but I saw pictures now of him standing in a bunch of coats that were not Cortez. So I guess it was that.
Yeah.
So you had that thing where he would tell you, bring in your I don't know, Gucci jacket and you'll get a Cortez.
Yeah. He did. His branding or the way that his marketing was amazing. He had a brand deal with Nike.
Yeah, I know that one.
And they had a whole shop in Oxford Street doing his things, innit?
I saw they did the posters in New York. I remember watching the videos of in Times Square or something, and it's like there was a countdown to when you could get that stuff, and then you could see everybody running to look for it. It's like it was almost like a
treasure hunt,
kind of thing. It's crazy, man. It'd be I would be interested in that field if I was in on
guerrilla marketing, yeah.
No, because I'm into fashion, innit?
Yeah.
There's a stuff I'm into. So like, because I'm into watches, I'm into fashion, I'm into certain things. If I was around it, it'd be interesting. As Mr. Wolf has said, clothing is something I could have gone down that route, and I would have started maybe like who's the one that passed away that was the previous
Off-White.
Because them just screen print and t-shirts and kind of thing. Having my own ideas and putting them because. If I wear something, because I have designed some clothes, if I wear clothes that I designed, it is very, very rare that somebody doesn't stop and like, where did you get that? Or that's good or whatever. So this is stuff that I've designed myself. So again, people around me is like, bruv,
what are you doing?
If you're telling me that every time you walk down the street in your old clothes, somebody will be like, where did you get that? And you don't do anything with it, you're a full nonsense. And again, I must look in the mirror. My mum said I insult myself today. I actually, now I just see what she's talking about. Because I said I was smart at home. She's like, you don't say you're smart. I said, what are you talking about? Like, I listen to the podcast. And then I tried to mention that I pick myself up all the time. But then I also have a swipe at myself if I know I'm doing something wrong.
Yeah.
But I guess it's my mum, and she's only gonna hear when our son is putting himself down. It's gonna hurt her a bit more.
Spoiling.
Whereas I said, I was going to start telling her, but I don't think she cared. She's probably 108 degrees from most people because they'll hear me just bigging myself up all the time.
Yeah.
And when I put myself down, you don't hear it.
Fair enough.
So I think some people, this dude's got ego. He's always talking about himself. I put myself down all the time. I say I'm wrong all the time, but because I'm happy to admit it, you kind of brush it off. But let's talk about
Salah.
Mohamed Salah.
Mo Salah.
And this is a request from Big Family. So Mohamed Salah, Liverpool player. Was he playing the right forward? Is it the right hand side?
Right hand side, left-footed right hand side player. Cuts in.
Been a legend for the team. Is it 9 or 11 years? I know he's one of them too.
I can't remember actually.
He's won everything with the team: Champions League, Premier League twice,
Super Cup,
everything.
Club World Cup, everything.
He's been the best player for Liverpool for at least a decade, anyways. End of the days. And he got left out of 3 games because Liverpool had not been doing too well. They won the league last season, but they didn't. They started this season right, actually. I think they won 6 out of their first games, and then they started falling down. And the manager for Liverpool put him on the bench for 3 games in a row. He went into the interview bit in the tunnel after one of the games and said that he'd been thrown under the bus. The relationship with his manager has been a bit strained. They're not talking anymore. And he thought that he was almost like guaranteed his place. He's earned the right to not be dropped because of what he's done in the past. And then that causes a big hoo-ha in the football world because it happens once in a while, but it's not common for that to happen. It's not like it happens every season where the massive player for your team comes out and shuts his business. I didn't like what he did, and I'm not a Liverpool supporter, but I don't like players coming out bad-mouthing the team.
Having the club.
I feel you should do that.
You should not be talking about the club
behind the scenes. Did you hear how Henry put it?
No, I did, or I read it. I should say.
He was very.
He said that he had problems with Wenger, and he would never speak out about it in the club because
he didn't say Wenger. He
and Pep. He said
Pep. He didn't mention Wenger.
I saw Wenger and Pep, but anyway, it's fine. So then he said you don't matter whatever problem you have, you keep it in house. You don't bring out your dirty laundry. Basically.
He said there's a time when you see in Barcelona, we just won the Champions League. I was sitting in the stands, whatever. He said, you best believe after something that happened, you best believe after. I can mention it now, it's years ago. So that's why I said, I don't remember ever mentioning it in the bit that I saw on the CBS thing anyway.
Okay.
But he's like, yeah. But his first line was, maybe I'll play it. You don't mention stuff about the club in public. I don't agree with that. And then he was talked about, it's fine to do things behind the scenes. It's fine to talk about this. It's fine to pull people up. He's mentioned about other clubs where he's gone and that. But you don't go to the press and run your mouth.
And the problem, you know what? As much as because everyone was getting Jamie Carragher because he went on a big rant about it as well. But one thing I do agree with him is that I don't really hear back from Mo Salah unless there's a problem. So he uses his voice only when it benefits him.
It could be
when it's stuff like that on social media. He might do stuff to benefit stuff like Palestine and stuff like that. So I'm not going to go against political things. But when it comes to football, I don't hear about Mo Salah. I talk about football unless it's something that kind of benefits him.
Is it not similar to what I just said about with me? When I'm bigging myself up, you hear. When I say something bad about myself, I didn't hear that.
Really.
But it happened.
He's not really a talkative person. That's the point. He's not known to be the one that's going out there. He
spoke in the middle of the season before his deal. He was speaking
before his deal.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the point they're saying, isn't it? So I don't know, but I don't like the fact that he. I'm not a big fan of somebody coming out and saying that type of stuff. What he said. It would depend on. He could come out and say, I don't like being put on the bench. There's no. If he had said, I don't like being benched. I always want to play. Of course, I want to play. But it's it is what it is. Hopefully, I get to play going forward. But
yes, we are playing hard, and
Well, do you know the spiel? But when you come out and saying that you've been dashed under the bus. Basically, you're just saying, it's everyone else is rubbish as well. I'm the one that everyone's put in the playboard.
There are other players that haven't been dropped.
Basically, that's what you're doing.
I've earned. I didn't like separate. I didn't like. I've earned my right to play on the team.
Yeah.
When, bruv, that's last season.
Well, without him last season, they wouldn't have won the league.
It's 8 years. It's not last season.
He won the league last season.
You have not played well this season.
So bare people have not played well this season.
What has that got to do?
How many games has there been this season?
10, I think.
Yeah.
Is it more than 10?
It's almost half the season is gone.
No, a third of the season. Just over a third of the season.
It's 12 or 13.
Yeah, we're 12 or 13.
I think we just had our 13th game
today. Yeah. So
16 games have been played.
16.
Is it 16?
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's just over a third of the season that's been played. Yeah. And you're gonna say that.
How many games in the season?
38, isn't it?
Or is it 42?
No,
it's not 42.
It's 38. There's 20 teams in the league. You can't play yourself.
Yeah,
so
it's almost half then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's almost half, man.
All right.
So in between a third and a half, it's in the middle of the two.
Yeah. So let's just say for that. Let's say it's half a season. You've had 8 seasons where man has built his credit.
Yeah.
And you're gonna now talk about him the way you're talking about him for half of a season.
We didn't talk. Nobody said anything. That's the point. They put him on the bench.
Yeah.
He opened his mouth.
But this is the problem, right? Just because
he ain't tracking back.
They put him on the bench and they didn't lose a game while he was benched.
You might as well leaking goals and he's not defending. Like one thing about you'll say about Arsenal, our wingers, as whether they're poor or not, when it comes to defense, they're there. And call it because of his age. It's not that it's I remember Mackay Richards said he used to play with him in whichever country it was that they used to play in.
Italy, Roma, honey.
And he said that he's been saying this from way before this happened. He said Salah never track back. He never did it. Yeah. He's just like, when he was not banging in goals, it was a more of a deal. And once he started banging in goals, it didn't matter anymore because he was banging in goals. But he's never been the guy that's tracked back. But once your team is now losing, even if you're not losing, you're leaking goals. 3 goals, 4 goals a game. You not tracking back is making a difference now. If you're banging in the goals, then fair enough. But you're not. And you're not helping us defend. So if we were losing 1-0, 1-0, then maybe. You leave you on because you could be that spark that draws the game or wins or something.
Yeah, but
we're letting in 3 goals a game average.
Yeah, but he's never been a defender. That's the point.
But my point is they don't usually let in that many goals. And if they do,
then you have to look at the defense.
And if they do,
it's not just the defense.
And if they do, he was part of if you score 3, we're going to score 4
because that's how Liverpool always were.
And he's not that anymore. So you're not bringing us anything going forward, and you're not bringing us anything going back.
Last year the defense wasn't that great, and I was saying it last year. I was like, that's why it annoyed me that they won the league because the defense wasn't that great.
But he was banging in goals.
And he won them the league last season. No long thing about that. Yeah. I don't think anyone's arguing that.
Yeah, so then I don't understand how. That's the credit. That's his credit.
Yeah, but the credit now is not running. Is running to the point where listen.
You people.
Let me ask you a question now. Simple, yeah. Let me ask you a question, yeah. And I want you to be real about this situation, yeah. If you go into your workplace tomorrow, yeah, as the manager, right, in your workplace, and one of your team that was there last year was the best.
No, the past 5 years, 8 years.
No, because I just came in. You just come in a year ago, right? I just came in as a manager 1 year ago, right?
All right.
So you're a new manager 1 year, and in that year you had one standout person in your team that worked their ass off and whatever, and you gave them the big bonus that year, yeah? Then the next year,
big boy bonus.
They're messing up. Constantly messing up, right? The whole team ain't doing great, but he's now your star person. You've given him the most money, and he's messing up to the point where your manager now, yeah, your superior is saying, if this team keeps going badly, I'm going to fire you. Now, you could say, you know what? I could potentially use another person to do this person's role, and it might be better for me in the long run for a safer situation. Are you going to keep that other guy in because of past glories, or are you going to make the change because you know that your job is on the line?
So then that's about my job.
Yes.
It's not about that. But then if this is about my job, then unfortunately that's what will happen, isn't it?
Exactly. So you telling me now this manager, he hasn't got the credit that Mo Salah has, yeah?
Yeah.
He hasn't got the credit, right? He's won the league. He's got a bit of credit there, yeah? He won the league in his first season. He's got a bit of credit. But he's only been there 1 year, and he's getting to the point now where they are below Manchester United, who everyone is saying is the worst team.
Liverpool fans were saying Slot out.
Yeah, out. People are now calling for his head.
This is Liverpool, who have never fired a manager who's won the league for them.
Yeah, but then
it's not part of their tradition. But
and they were on his head. So in the end, you're now losing. Liverpool do not lose at Anfield. They were losing at Anfield regularly, right? With not just one goal, multiple losses. So are you telling me because you got some credit from last year and now I'm going to lose my job, I shouldn't put you on the bench? Bruv, you are going on the bench. Because as far as I'm concerned, my job is important as much as your job. Because you're earning 400 and something thousand pounds a week and I am not. You so regardless of I bench you or not.
So how's Arteta still got a job then?
What do you mean?
Because he came coming second.
Why do people keep mentioning it's Arteta?
No, but again, because you're saying that about the credit, yeah? Mm-hmm. And you're saying that about
Arteta's been in the upward trajectory always.
And you have to remember, this is not the same. I'm talking about Liverpool. You're now talking about Arsenal. They're two different clubs.
I've answered that. He's plateaued for the past 3 seasons, but he's never gone down. He's just moved up, and then he's on number 2 level. So if he flops and gets 3rd or 4th place now, by all means, yes, let's get rid of him.
Okay.
If he doesn't even win, then you could say let's get rid of him. But at least he was going up. Slot had this big bump, and now he's going down. And I'm not saying that he should go. I'm not saying that. Give him a chance. I actually agree with the Arteta kind of thing. Like, give man a chance to settle down. He's got some older players now. Mm-hmm. He lost a couple of good players. Mm-hmm. They had a bereavement in the team. It's all right, whatever.
The problem with him,
I'm not a Liverpool supporter.
The problem with him is that they spent so much money, and it's unprecedented for them to spend that much money in the season.
Yeah, Liverpool don't.
They do it. They do every. They did it for Klopp.
Fans like saying our net spend.
No, they did it for Klopp because remember, Klopp bought the most expensive goalkeeper in the world, the most expensive defender in the world.
Yeah, but they sold a lot.
Yeah, but they still spent that much money. Like, so they spend a lot of money on their players. It's just that they manage to sell their players for good money.
Yeah, but I'm saying now the net is different. In this case,
well, it's still net positive. They say.
Who did they sell to make?
They'll tell you that over the past couple of years
or whatever.
But anyway, he spent so much money. But what I don't understand is you just mentioned it, but no one else seems to mention it. They only talk about the players when they talk about Jota. They don't talk about this manager. Like he doesn't get the Jota pass that all the players seem to be getting.
Yeah, but as you said yourself, he's only been there one season.
Exactly.
Maybe the bond couldn't have been as strong as it was. With
nowhere near.
That they were scrubbing each other's batties in the showers.
Nowhere
yeah,
near.
But if the man had Jota in his team and that was he might have been going into this season thinking that he was going to play a certain way because they had a player and he don't have that player anymore.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Was Jota a linchpin to the not that?
Look, Jota would come in and score goals, bang.
But he wasn't you didn't build a team around Jota.
I wouldn't say no, but if you thought you had him, innit?
Yeah, but it's not gonna the impact.
And you can't say, none of us can say that injured. One person can't have 1 year with somebody and that person don't have an impact on you. You can't.
I didn't say he didn't have an impact. It's just I said it's not the same as the rest of the players.
I think it's different, than the rest of the players.
Completely.
I don't know if I say that.
I would say that Klopp has a stronger relationship with Jota.
But either way, my player died, right? One of the players in my team died, and all of my players are now. Hold on, let me finish saying what I'm saying. And all of my players are now depressed on that, right? I am not a therapist. I'm a football coach. That same thing should come to me as well. Like whatever happens, my players are all depressed because their player died. I should get something for that. It shouldn't be washed away about the fact that all my players are depressed. That it's not something that is normal in a football team.
I still don't think,
and I have to deal with it.
Maybe I sound like a bastard. I don't think I think people are using that as an excuse.
I also think that as well, but it's been used as an excuse. So why am I not getting that rub of that excuse?
So you're saying that even in your own analogy, you're at your workplace, you're the manager. You've just been the manager for a year. The one of the people that you manage dies. And they had been there for 8 years previously or 5 years previously, so the rest of the team knows them or what have you. And you're saying that you should get something for the fact that the team's depressed. And
if the team are not working to their capacity, and the belief is because the person has died, then yes, why? Of course I should.
And when you say you should be getting something, what do you mean by getting something?
I said I should
grace.
Some grace.
Oh, okay.
The same way that everyone else is getting grace, I should also get some grace. Because I'm dealing with something that I've never had to deal with before in my life.
Yeah, of course.
As a football coach, I've never had to deal with somebody dying in the middle of or start of a season, and the team now having to deal with that. I've never had to deal with that. So if you're saying that the players are depressed and they can't work to their capacity, then surely that grace should come upon me. And no one seems to give him the grace.
Even if it's just secondhand grief, as in I'm not necessarily feeling grief as much as the players, but if the players are feeling it and I'm managing the players, I'm feeling. I still feel some grief, and then I have to deal because these players might deal with each other 1-on-1, 2-on-2, whatever. But I have to deal with all of them. You get me? So, and like you said, I am not a psychiatrist. I'm not a psychologist. I am not a therapist. I am not somebody that deals with trauma. I don't know how to deal with 20 players that have lost their friend. And they manage it the same way, and having to change the team, and I'm bringing in a whole bunch of new players, having to change the whatever. So that's what I said. I don't think the slot out as much as I'm enjoying their downfall. I think there's a lot of things they're dealing with in terms of new players, new scheme. I just don't think he's Klopp because same way that Arsene Wenger, I guess it's my time to take to Arsenal. When Arsene Wenger came into the Arsenal team, he had a supreme back four. And then built a wonderful forward. And it's like for those couple of years, we had a team where it was part George Graham and part Arsene Wenger. And it worked. And then he had to do his own thing. It's just he built a decent back four in his case. Slot has this thing where he had a ready-made team with what Klopp had built before him. And then, I don't even know what he didn't have anything to tinker with, innit? He wasn't allowed to be anything in
He didn't really buy anyone.
Yeah, so that's why people say that's almost like Klopp that won the league because... You played Klopp's style and with Klopp's players.
What he did was he managed to get the most out of those players physically because they were always injured with Klopp at some point. And last year they didn't have that many injuries at all.
Okay, well, there you go.
And so that's what they said. That one of the big things.
Unlike Arteta.
Yeah, that is his biggest problem.
Who seems to run his players into the ground between games. So you've got a girl, 8 years. She's been phenomenal. And then in the 9th year, she does something which is low down dirty.
I'm giving her a grace.
Okay, she's like look at what I've done before.
Yeah,
I've built up the reputation. I've earned my place on the team.
But I'm the kind of person where
because Bahala's getting rid of their ass.
Yeah, because I'm the kind of person where those things mean something, innit? Like I've always had a problem.
Credit in the bank means something.
Yeah, I've always had a problem with the whole idea of like you've had 15 years of being this person. One incident happens. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, now I can't trust you. It's like it took me.
But it's costing you money.
It took me 15 years to build this trust, and then on one incident in 15 years, all of a sudden now you can't trust me.
But it's not one incident, is it?
It is one incident, though.
It's not. It's multiple games. That's the point. It's not one incident.
But again,
this whole season, he's not.
In the analogy I'm talking about in a relationship, you can't be like you've done 3 or 4 things because that's amazing. Let's say it's one thing.
That's why I don't know why you went to go and use a different analogy, but the one I already just used.
Because I think many people would say it would resonate with them a bit more. Like you know what? But I guess in your case, he did say that he would have to drop the person because he didn't want to lose his job.
Yeah. What do you lose in a relationship?
Virgin.
You can get virgin somewhere else, innit?
Wow.
Not everybody.
You can get a job somewhere else.
Not everybody. And not necessarily to the stature of the job that you've got now.
Then the virgin doesn't have to be of the stature of the one
Slot
that you had.
is never going to be in a bigger team than Liverpool.
Why not? If he goes to Real Madrid, what happens then?
He's not going to go to Real Madrid. He's not going to go to Barcelona. He's not going to go to Manchester United. Well, is there any other team?
Why is he not going to go there?
Because I don't think he's big enough.
I'm surprised that he's at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
He's and that's because of Klopp. Klopp, that's a Klopp thing, or like that's the Fergie thing, bringing in what's his name,
Moyes.
Yeah, it's just Moyes didn't Moyes flopped immediately.
Didn't get the chance.
Yeah, Moyes flopped immediately, and they didn't even give him a chance. Same as after Wenger, they didn't give what's his name a chance. Good evening. Yeah, because if he had stayed, I reckon he'd
I think he would have won stuff.
He'd have done very good there.
So if you go by the history of the Premier League, coming off a big manager who's won things for the team, they the next person that comes in very often doesn't get a chance to prove themselves before they get dashed.
Of course,
Slot is one of the few where it's like he's proved himself. But now with this season,
he's going through
the struggles. And if you look at what's happened in the past, you'd be like, I don't have the opportunity to flop one season because they get rid of managers in the Premier League. If you come off a big manager and you flop,
yeah, because he's not like he's in 4th place. Do you know what I mean? He's not like he's even in Champions League. He's not even in Europa League places.
Are you sure?
Yes. I think now they might be 6th for something, but recently they've been like 10th. They were below Man United. That's how bad they were.
For like a week, man.
No, listen, they're number 6 now, yeah? They're on 1 point above Man United with a game in hand. Man United still got a game in hand on them. If Man United win tomorrow, they go above Liverpool. That's how bad they are.
Yeah, but they're still 6th place. The league this has been poor. Liverpool have lost 6 games and they're in 6th place. It's crazy.
Man City have lost 4 games and they're in 2nd place.
I don't get it, man.
Because Arsenal draw too much.
We've drawn 3 games.
That's the problem. Arsenal draw or we win, yeah?
Crystal Palace have drawn 5 games and they're in 5th place.
So we draw a lot of times.
And they even played it.
Most of the teams that win the league, yeah, they win and they lose. They don't draw. That's the thing. They win and they lose. They don't draw.
Yeah, I think sometimes people think a draw is all right, but you have to take into consideration.
You're dropping 2
If you're 3 games you draw, it's the same as a 1 win.
Yeah. Yep.
It's better you lose one game and win
lose 2.
Then if you draw 3 games, that's 3 points.
Arsenal like to be drawing. That's why we lost the league bare times. The past couple of years, we lost the league because we draw too much. Draw.
Even your invincible season, there was bare draws.
Bare draws.
Yeah, but because we just never lost, it was all right.
Yeah, that's the point. But here we again draw. Last season, draw. The season before that, draw. That's why when what's his name said that when you came to Man City, when you came to our ground, you came to draw. You didn't come to win, and that's why you lost the league. Because we lost the league. If we had won that game in that thing, we would have won the league.
Crystal Palace have only let in 12 goals. We've let in 10. And we're going on how Mazina defence is. They've only let in 2 goals more than us.
Crystal Palace are a good team.
Big up Crystal Palace. And
with no money as well.
They play the game less than us. And selling us their best player as well. Losing their best player. All right. Okay. So on that note, I think we can wrap this one up. Let's do...
Did you want to talk about that Ebro thing? Because you put it in the group.
No, I just put it there because it was just news, isn't it?
What's the name of their show again? Ebro in the morning.
No, it was that's the morning show, isn't it?
It's something in the morning. All right, Ebro and his morning show in whatever.
Hot 97.
Hot 97.
Hot 97. That show has been cancelled. I watched the thing on the Twitter where he's there putting out. You know, they're trying to almost blame it on Trump. They're trying to close down progressive programs or whatever. Your progressive program. You really?
But
really?
There's a lot of changes going on at Hot 97 at the moment. Anyway, there's a lot of DJs have been cancelled. Of course,
okay.
They're not the only ones.
I just think that Breakfast Club are dancing around doing whoopsie daisy because I know they had the back and forth being the two biggest like morning shows.
I think Breakfast Club is the biggest
in the urban. Well, they were the biggest, but these ones were big first. They overtook them, but because that they had the backwards and forwards.
Wasn't Ebro on the Breakfast Club before at some point? No, or am I getting them mixed up?
I don't know. They've always been on separate stations.
So who's
Hot 97 was the big station, innit?
Yeah,
and then Breakfast Club came and they leapfrogged them.
Power 106.05.
Yeah, I don't even. That's how big the show is. That I don't even know the name of the station. I know the show.
Yeah,
so it's Hot 97. I know the name of the station
because of,
and I can't remember the name of their show.
Ebro in the morning. His show was.
So it is Ebro in the morning.
Yeah.
So this one was telling me.
And what's the other? So who's
buried him? Who's that's why they buried him.
Who's the other guy on Breakfast Club? That what's his name?
There's Envy.
Oh, Envy. That's it. I'm getting them mixed up. I thought Ebro and Envy were on the same thing at one point. Anyway, go on.
I don't know. So I never listened to their show. I wasn't a fan of the woman. Seemed all right. The female host. I don't.
Angela Yee.
No, I'm talking about on Ebro in the morning.
Okay.
I can't actually remember her name, but I wasn't a big fan of Ebro in the morning. All of them had
Rosenberg.
a bit. Yeah, Rose. Is it? But anyway,
Peter Rosenberg. Yeah.
All of them had a bit of I don't know how to put it. Just not a vibe that I was vibing with. Nothing like supremely negative, but they didn't give me warm, cozy feeling. And they weren't super entertaining. So like the Breakfast Club, I might not get a warm, cozy feeling from
put me on your show, Charlemagne.
But they're more entertaining. The dynamic between the three of them was more entertaining. They had more of those moments. Like Eric Sermon, when he was on the show, he's like, I want to, this I love it. I said, yeah, I want to go viral. Can you, because you see proper old school. He's like, yeah, can you man do something controversial so I can go viral. I need some hits. Because
who's that?
Eric Sermon.
Yeah.
Because he's just released an album.
Yeah.
Which I listened to actually. In fact, when this one comes back, we can talk about it very quickly before we go.
Are you finished? Is we finished or is we done?
Oh, I'm done. Yeah. They have so many of those quotable moments.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like, I want a moment. We need to go viral. I want to make some money off this album. He's big on now coming off the ISPs, the internet service or the music providers.
Yeah,
and pushing it on your own website. It's like we need to make www hot again. If you have X amount of followers and you tell them, we'll spend $5 on your album and $15 on a t-shirt, you can make a million off a relatively small number of fans. And it's like, I'm not expecting newcomers to be able to do this, or to choose to do it.
Yeah.
But if you're people like the people in this room, a DJ Envy, a Charlemagne, a Eric Sermon, who have years and years and years of catalogue and tons of fans, basically that. It's like we should be able to do that instead of making 0.04 cent on a track. It's like the way he put it is, which one of you will make a product and sell it for less than a penny?
Yeah, exactly.
In that case, of all the arguments I've heard, that one hit the hardest.
Yeah.
When it's like, you go into the studio, you make this thing, and then you sell it for less than a penny. Would any of you sell anything you made for less than a penny? And it's because most people would say no. But then most people will still chase the Spotify and the Amazon Music and the Apple Music. So you would. But I guess it's just with music. And then we go back to Master Ace, disposable art.
What's so funny though is that we've gone full circle in a way. Because I remember, especially in the spoken word scene and all of those type of event scenes, there was this argument where someone will say, oh yeah, I want you to do this event, but I can't pay you, but you could get exposure. And that's basically what Spotify and everybody else is doing now. They're saying like, we're doing the distribution and giving you the exposure. and so now you have to sell it for pennies.
It's not that, and as he also said in the interview, because now it's got to the point of, yeah, you're doing that, but do your shows, do your merch. You'll make your money doing that, innit? So yeah, just like become big. You'll sell 1 million records on Thingy and earn out £14,000. You're not making there, but you do a show, get 2,000-3,000 people in the show, and you make your 20 grand off the show or whatever. But then that proves the point that, if I can get them to spend $40-50 to come to my show and make 20 grand off a 2,000 seat arena or excuse my math, whatever it may be, make 10, 20, 30 grand a night off a show, then what's stopping me from making, maybe I can't sell 1 million albums, 1 million streams because somebody's buying it, but I can do 200,000.
Yeah.
So then if I sell those 200,000 for $10, well, that's a decent chunk. And I'm not going to make that and then I can still do the touring. I can still do the merch.
Yeah.
So he has a point. I'd be interested into how many people take that up though, because it's so easy to do. I open my music app and the new album is there in my face, and I press play. Simple. For you to tell me I must go onto your website, go to Bandcamp, make an account if you don't have one already.
Yeah.
And then paying to download your thing.
Yeah, you're speaking to a motivated audience. That requires a few hurdles to be jumped, and you need to be motivated in order to do that.
It's the I forget the number, but 3 lines is better than 300 cheap business. But I would like to actually know the number, because I do like that saying. Chip uses it a lot. All right, let's do our church notes,
Charlemagne,
and our goodbye.
Put me on your show,
Charlemagne. Let's start off with Big Wahala.
Put me on your podcast, Big Wahala. Big Wahala is on Big Wahala on Twitter. I haven't been to any cinema this week because I've been outside of the country there. So, but I did watch Mr. Wolf. I don't know if he knows that Spartacus is back.
Yeah, I heard.
House of Usher is back. So I've watched the first 3 episodes of that.
I heard there's still a lot of sex and drugs.
That's what Spartacus.
I've never watched it, so but one of the reviews was talking about is it good to have this much? But they weren't saying it in a bad way. It's like we enjoy it. We defend it. It's like all the sex and gore.
Yes, Spartacus is back on the TV show, man. So it's good to see Spartacus back. Bel Air is back as well. If people haven't watched it, that's been back for weeks.
So, last season.
Yeah, last season. I haven't only watched the first episode. I haven't really kept up with it at all. This
I think I saw the last season.
Couple of weeks. I haven't kept up with a lot of stuff, man. So but yeah, House of Ashes is back, Spartacus. So check that out if you get a chance. I watched something with my wife called Wild Cherries. I think it is. It's a BBC program. Let me just make sure it is what it is, or is it ITV? Wild Cherries. Let's see.
When this stops, just keep playing it again.
Yeah, is it Wild? Yeah, Wild Cherry. It's a British TV program that was on BBC. It wasn't too bad actually. If you get a chance, check that out. Watch it. It's about some rich people and some stuff that was going on in the rich people in town there.
Is this a fictional program or is
it's
this
a fictional program? But it was quite interesting how they did it. It's like it's a British program. Sometimes it's good to watch these British programs. We talk a lot about the American ones, but this one's a British one. It's not too bad. Yeah, as I said, you can catch it on iPlayer. It's had its first season, so you can get a chance to watch that.
Wild Cherries is called, yeah.
Wild Cherry, yeah. And I think that's it for me. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, what is this boy's name now? 1 second. All right, so I believe there's what is this person's name, man? I think his name is Season. SZN. He's a UK rapper. Shout him out, big him up. He's got my wife's name in his song. So yeah, so it's nice to hear that he's done that. He's one of her clients, and he mentions her in this.
Oh
song.
yes.
Let me see if I can find the name of the song, because she's been playing it everywhere, but I've just not remembered the name of the person that's done it. But I think his name is SZN. Hold on, let me see. Sorry. Bear with me while I try and find it. Do you remember the name of the song? The rapper that was the
Nope. But whilst you're looking, Simple Simon, what's your thing?
Yeah. Whoa. What did I do this week? Oh yeah, I mentioned 3% last week. The Brazilian series. So yeah, I finished that now. Yeah, it was good. I enjoyed that. Interestingly enough, it came out before Squid Games, and I feel like I can see where Squid Games got some of its influences from.
Oh,
which is interesting because I don't normally see Korean programs copying Western programs. It's normally the other way around.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was interesting.
Did they count Brazilian as well? I know it's
West,
in the West, but did they count as West?
I don't know.
Is it?
Sorry, it's not Big Sev. Big Sev.
How do you spell Sev?
SEVZ. That's who mentions it.
So he's a Slovak.
So, huh?
I don't know, it just sounds like an Eastern European name. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so yeah, it's interesting that you said that, whether they see Brazil as West or not. But yeah, anyway,
global South.
I don't know, but either way, they yeah. So that was interesting. What else was there? I also watched. I've caught up with Stranger Things season 5, and Pluribus as well. Remember,
is Stranger Things finished now?
No, they
did it week by week, innit?
No, they've done 4 episodes on one day, and then the next 3 episodes are going to be on the 25th of December, and then the last episode's going to be on the 31st.
I think it's Boxing Day, isn't it?
Either which way,
yeah.
That's 4-3-1.
Yeah, they're doing a staggered release.
It's quite good this season.
Yeah, it's all right.
Maybe that's the next thing I'll watch, because I've been actually getting through quite a bit recently.
Yeah. So yeah, with Florida.
Oh, I think you should watch All Her Fault instead.
But I want to watch Stranger Things. I want to finish around the same time as everyone else.
Okay.
Which one is All Her Fault? Is I've never. I'm assuming you've mentioned it before.
I think I did a few weeks ago.
Oh, okay. I don't remember. What's that one about? Okay.
It's a new program that came out. It's a series that's only like 1 season.
Yeah,
it's finished as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if it's new and no one's talking about it, maybe
everyone was talking about it at one point. Oh. Sorry, when you finish, I want to say something else as we go.
Yeah, and then I'm just started House of Ninjas.
Yeah. Oh! Is that the Netflix one?
Yeah.
I've been seeing the trailers for that one. Is that? Hold on, is it ninjas or is it? It's set in Japan. Is it like it's not Squid Games, but is it like a Royal Rumble kind of?
No, that's different. Your nephew's watching that.
What's that one called?
The 100 or
something like that. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know that one. Then that's the one I saw the trailers for that, where it's like there's a competition for
all the different regions.
Some sort of competition. That look.
Australia, Japan.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. They used to have one where it was just.
Is it set back in the day?
No.
And then I'm thinking of something else completely. Then from all of y'all. Let me see this House of Ninjas.
Yeah. What's the one called?
The one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's called the 100 or something like that. I can't remember what it's actually called.
Okay.
House of.
But it's just like a thing where you have to do like test of strength, test of.
Okay. Yeah.
Like gladiators, basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I just started House of Ninjas anyway. That's looking all right. I had a bit of a problem.
It's too much good TV.
Yeah, I had a bit of a problem with my thing, but the cloud thing that's mash up now. I think one of the servers is broken.
Oh, okay.
So bare content's missing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know, man.
One of the servers is broken, so bare content is missing.
Is it the same as the one out mine?
No, it's a different one.
Okay.
It's a different one. That one's fine. The other one, bare content missing. I'm fuming, bro. Like all of it's just been reduced. It's like like when you what's it called? You not reset, but when you go back to an earlier archive date. It's just like that.
Oh, okay.
I'm pissed. So yeah, that's all I've watched this week. What else was there? I think that was about it.
Okay, so yeah, I was gonna say I might have mentioned it before. It Dairy. Yeah, Welcome to Derry. It's called It. It's Stephen King's It, but Welcome to Derry. It's the TV program.
Okay.
I think I mentioned it before that I was watching it, and I must have been like on the first episode, and I must have said that it wasn't that great. It gets a lot better.
Okay.
It gets a lot better. It's on the last couple of episodes that's coming up now. But yeah, if you can get a chance to, if you didn't like the first episode or first 1 or 2 episodes, stay with it. It does get a lot better. And I think they're trying to they're like their Watchmen flex.
Oh, okay.
So it's all deep and meaningful.
Yeah, stuff that you wouldn't expect maybe to have in it happens in it.
You know, I've forgotten because I think when my brother was talking about, what program did you mention again? Watchmen. You're talking about the TV program, not the film.
Yeah.
And I've forgotten the program. So I think I'm going to enjoy watching it again, remembering, because there was one episode that I think
episode 6
is counted as one of the best episodes of TV. So I need to watch it again to remember, because I can't actually remember hardly anything from that program.
Oh, that program was wicked, man.
Strange how some things will just disappear from my brain. Some programs.
I think with Watchmen, I love Dr. Manhattan so much, and the dialogue in Dr. Manhattan so much, that I just remember it. I just remember a lot of like the concept around it.
I can't even remember him being. Oh, he's a black in this one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That character. Yeah.
Does it remind you of yourself?
No. It's like it's kind of an idea of what the mind of somebody who is omnipresent, omniscient, and omni whatever would be like. It just gives me a whole different dimension of thought, if that makes sense.
I hear you now.
Yeah. So that's that. Anyway, go on. What's your church notes and goodbyes, Mr. Stavriki?
I'm Stavros Boss. You can catch me at Stavros Boss on most of the social medias. You must not even do your socials anymore. And this week I watched, twice I've watched Wicked for good. I took the kids to see it. This is the first time I hear people talking about their 7 and their 6 and their 8-year-olds getting into Hamilton and into the theatre things, and I'm like, my child is still on stupid squidgy programs, them Eastern European people playing with characters from cartoons, and she will happily watch all that stuff. And I'm like, when's she gonna get to the point where I can sit down and watch something that I'm interested in together? She watched Wicked 1 because her friends were watching Wicked, but end of the day she enjoyed it. So I said, "You want to go to the cinema watch 2?" So yep. So we went to watch 2. She was singing that song I said that I really liked from when I played it, because they sung it in the Oscars. What's the woman that shaved the eyebrows and that?
Cynthia
Erivo from Wicked. Anyways, Defying Gravity. Very, very, very. It's all right. So you're singing it now?
No, I know that. I don't think it's that great.
That song is phenomenal. It's very, very, very phenomenal. And that's why everyone said the second part of Wicked is not going to be as good as the first, because the first is where you have all the setup and all the good songs are in the first half. And I see what they're talking about. The second half is not as good. But it is what it is. And there's so many, like, they should have changed it from the play. They should have changed Wicked, the second part, from the play, because I love a prequel. I know so many people that hate prequels. I love a prequel, again, because I love learning how did we get to where we are now. Yeah. And in this case, they just tried to shoehorn some nonsense that didn't need to be nonsense, but it was a nice idea. It needed to be tweaked for it to make sense, because the shoehorning was right, but they make sense of the shoehorning, and then like. But until you watch it, I don't want to spoil it for people, so there you go. So I'm going to try and make her watch Wizard of Oz, because I remember last Christmas,
Bonfire Wizard of Oz, bonfire on it!
Why?
When you know that, get on down the road.
The Wiz is not as good as Wizard of Oz.
I don't care what you think. Get on down the road.
The Wiz was probably scarier as well.
What, because the blacks in it?
No, it's not.
Get on down the road.
No, it's got some quite like mad bits. You know, some of those old programs have like the 80s, late 80s, where it doesn't have this mad bit where it's just scary stuff was just part of it. Like, ain't this meant to be for kids? Why is this a scary thing in there?
Get on down the road.
That was like there's bits in Wicked. Like when they had the big you saw Wicked when they had the big posters of the witch.
Yeah,
my son's like, Daddy, that's scary.
It's too small for Wicked.
Well, he came to this. He's singing the songs with her as well. He's it's so cute listening to my defying gravity. My son is there screaming around the house. It's very cute. So my daughter, I now have a theatre tour. I'm going to take her to watch Wicked at some point. Although we've been going to the theatre for quite a while, actually, for many years, but it's just been a long time since we last gone. But I used to take her quite often. Anyway, so I watched that, and I don't know why I'm telling people I watch that. It's not something I usually do, but I've watched a lot. I did watch a documentary, the thingy recently, and nobody cares what I've been watching. Yeah, but I don't actually have a Stavros Says, so there you go. That fills in the gap. But I appreciate being around you mans this week. I left my house very early this morning, and I have not seen my kids or my wife since then. I'm looking forward to spending the day with them tomorrow, even though we're painting.
I woke up early this morning. I don't think y'all heard me. I woke up early this morning.
Sorry, before we leave, because we're geeks in it, we can't just leave without saying, what did you think about the Nas and Primo album?
It is underwhelming in regards to the potential that album could have been, especially with what he was doing with Hit Boy. He didn't. Nas was not 10 out of 10, and Primo was not 10 out of 10. They were both about 7, and that's not good enough. After nearly 30 years of waiting, I expect better from the both of you. It's not a bad album, but it's not even as good as the previous albums that Nas has been doing.
Yeah, it's not.
So,
and I don't even know if I'll go back to it. I listened to it again out of respect. I don't know if nothing made me say I need to go listen to this song again.
Yeah, there's not one like New York State of Mind Part 3 for me is just like it's disappointing.
Yeah,
it's not even a bad. It's
what
just
AZ wasn't that great.
What my brother says about, I can't remember which artist is it that he mentions where he says he compares themselves to them.
It's Nas.
Is it Nas? Yeah. Compare Nas to Nas. Is it him?
Exactly.
Okay, well then fine. On the barometer of Nas, it's not good enough because Nas at his best. It's not unparalleled, but if somebody wants to argue he's unparalleled, you could say the best Nas is better than everyone. I don't think it's the case, but I'm not fighting you if you say that. I'll be like, maybe I think it's somebody else. All right, cool. But it's an argument that can be made, and this is not the best Nas. And then I will make the argument that the best Primo can only be touched by the best Dilla or something like that. Maybe that's it.
For me, the Primo beats is not
the best Primo is the best, like the best.
It wasn't.
This is not the best.
It was not the best Primo at all. But again, it is what it is. Again, as I said, I listened to it and I thought to myself, I already knew that it wasn't going to live up to the expectation because nothing can live up to the expectation that's been happening for how many years. But I thought it needs to be really, really good, and I can't say it's really, really good. I'll say it's okay, and that for me, for those two people, as you say, you can't have that and be okay. But I'll tell you what is very, very good before I leave, and the Game's album is amazing.
Oh, the Game put out an album.
Are you not? I had the Game's album from last week.
No, I didn't know you put out an album.
The Gangsta Grizzle.
Oh, you got Gangsta Grizzle. You know what's his name again? DJ Drummer. His ad libs. Because somebody was the king of ad libs before, but I think. Well, I don't listen to too much hip hop anymore. I don't listen to too much rap. I don't listen to too much music in general. But as far as I'm concerned, what I hear recently, he's the king of ad libs.
Okay, on the way home, please listen to that Game album.
His stuff with what's his name? Tyler the Creator. The Gangsta
when you come home.
Yeah, his ad libs on that album give it a extra, and the album is fantastic. Anyways, have you seen the new clips video with Tyler Creator?
Not yet.
Tyler Creator does. Can I tell you the premise? It's very simple. There's nothing mad at all. It's not spoiling anything if you care about it.
Some of it, but
they're just sitting around the table just rapping. But then Tyler does something because, as far as I'm concerned, Clips and Tyler are just from different worlds, but they blend for whatever reason. But then Tyler does something which is like, I'm still not these guys. I'm still Tyler. He does something where it's like he's Tyler, and I just said, yes, I love it. He doesn't lose himself because he's around these idols, because he reveres these guys and Pharrell, but he remains himself, which is why he will always win, because he doesn't try and be like anybody else. It's a lesson for life. I'm
saying this now, and this is definitely for me. I think FICO is my favorite song of the year. There's no, it's not even an argument.
Well, you listen to it all the time. All the time.
Dumb diddy dumb.
All the time.
FICO. So it's the best album. It's the best song on the album.
It's the best song for me of the year.
Do you know what the Grammys have been nominated for?
I think album of the year. I mean, hip hop album of the years, songwriters of the year, all that type of hip hop stuff. But the other day on Joe Budden, somebody played a gospel version of it, where people were singing. The gospel was singing the chorus
for FICO.
Yes.
Oh okay. My days. Yeah. And well, it was good.
Yes. With my eyes closed, because again, anyone that knows Stove God, right, would have been waiting for like a verse from Stove God, because he's one of the best coke rappers out there. Yeah. But he didn't give us a verse. He only gave us a chorus. But that chorus is so good. Yeah. It's so good. Oh, man. But then, obviously, Ballis just came on. Did what Ballis does. But that's my favorite song of the year.
of your favorite album of the year?
I don't know if it's my favorite album. It's the one I'll probably listen to the most.
Yeah, simple. We're coming to the end of the year, so maybe next year we might start talking about best of the year business or the year.
But that is my favorite song.
It's funny you should say that because I was thinking, what's you guys' film of the year?
All right, you know, we'll save that. We need to start thinking about best of the year. Maybe next week or the week after we'll start doing our best of music, best of TV, best of films, best of streetwear, best of podcasts, best episode of something or another. And so try for me, try and.
It might even have my favorite lyric of the year.
Try and dwell on that, which would be
fresh print jacket, boy. I'll push it till it's inside out. I love that lyric. I love it because if you don't know, you don't know.
Say the lyric.
Fresh Prince
jacket.
Okay.
And then I push it till it's inside out.
Yeah, who doesn't know? Everybody.
The people that I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Because people, if you don't remember,
I say that if you don't even know about Tupac, then you will not know the inside out.
The whole thing about the inside out. Because obviously you might even miss that episode. You might have even just missed that episode.
Yeah, but
is that the very first or second episode? You might know. You catch Fresh Prince on then. So anyone that don't know, in the Fresh Prince, when he goes to school, he wears his uniform inside out, his blazer jacket. Because he's got patterns in the inside out. One day he looked at the uniform, he looked at it, he saw there was patterns inside, and he turned it inside out and he wore the jacket. And that's, I love the whole thing. Whole thing is just, he's talking about Fetty Wap in one eye. Stone Cold. Anyway, I love cocaine music, man. It is what it is, I can't lie.
I'm living vicariously through these people, man, because I've never seen coke in my life. Ain't that right?
I've seen cocaine before.
Wow.
I work where cocaine is being found many times.
Okay. All right. Okay. On that note, Mommy and Daddy, you heard what he said. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. This was episode number
542.
We're getting there to like Wala said. Once you go over the 500, it's been dragging. We want to get to the 550 years, so we'll be there next year. We'll get there. Yeah, appreciate yourselves and all of that good stuff. It's coming up towards the end of the year. Some people are mourning and grieving and feeling really down for whatever reason. Around this time of the year, it gets hard for some people because this is the time when you're meant to be around people. You're meant to be joy. You're meant to be whatever. And for some people, that's obviously bringing in a lot of reminders of things that they may not have. They're going through this midlife crisis. They're going through some loss or whatever it is. And so if you know of anybody that might be in that predicament, somebody in the back of your mind is like, I have been thinking about that person. I've been thinking about... Now's a good time to reach out and be like, you all right? You want to link up and do something or whatever? Just keep that in mind. Try and be nice and whatever. Pay the blessings forward because we give this to you for free. We just ask you just do a little something for us. This is what I personally am asking you to do. Just look out for your brethren. You get me? Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that, man. Like I'm always saying, be good to yourself, be good to each other.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for that.
Remember, if you ain't saying nothing, say it well.
Slag for life.
Eloquently say nothing. Say nothing. Yeah. ESN. Eloquently say nothing. Say nothing. I know feedback. Eloquently say nothing. Say nothing. Yeah. ESN. Eloquently say nothing. Say nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, rodents and other small insects, welcome to the ESN podcast.